He's got the whole world in his hands.
You're getting Rexy more siphoning too much credit.
Yeah, the entire party's just sitting there watching you. You're
plus church rep.
respect gain. Mission passed.
Oh, I know what I'm using device for my entertainment.
There. What? Ah, I can't play this song anymore. So like that, yeah. Yeah. Or mess. Bones.
Bones for the bone god.
Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throw.
I was actually gonna have that be in the campaign, but we weren't ready for it, so I bypassed it. Are we ready to get started?
Oh. Yes.
I just want you to know that I've been recording this whole time, so this is all going up.
Oh no! Ah, no! I've been bamboozled by the gongoozler.
What a goof!
The goozler.
I cannot believe you, man.
I cannot believe you, man. I can't find my ukulele and it upsets me.
Well, Jim doesn't have a ukulele.
Well, he has a lute, but like
Oh, does
a lute
he?
is like
Oh.
a 4-string. Yeah, he has it's like a 4-string guitar.
Okay.
But like, I use my uke to.
I know he's got
substitute for that.
bagpipes. Or not bagpipes.
I have bagpipes? Dude. When I became a warlock, did I just become Jacksepticeye? Like, what happened?
Shut up. Shut up.
Sorry. I still can't find my...
Panpipes is what I
meant.
meant to say.
Yeah. Where's my loot, though? Where the heck my uke? Okay, I have a spare uke, but I have to, like, run outside, like, across the field to go get it.
After the party beats the dungeon, where's my loot, though?
Where's my loot? I cannot find it. Can I run across the street and grab my spare uke that I have secret in the outskirts of New Zealand?
All right.
All right, bet.
What I'm gonna
I'll be
do
back.
while you're gone, Ashton. All right, cool. He's gone. Now we can start the session. I briefly wanted to go over the entire story thus far. As you all major journeys, for whatever reason, across the sea towards this new land, you were briefly detained for what seemed to be a murder for an old man of well thought out invention, craftsmanship, enchantment, magic, and what have you. And the reason for such an evil deed was never truly discovered. However, you were nearly blamed for the death of this person and managed to escape town through a series of coordinated events that was beyond your just the
Back.
standing of.
New Zealand is a surprisingly far run.
Okay.
Okay. How bad is it?
And then you
Ew.
are all engulfed in flames and you all die, and that's the end of the session.
Oh.
You missed it again.
Retarded C chord. That's so retarded. Listen to that. Ew. I hate that.
Okay, Google. Can you tell me who cares?
Why?
My Google from the other room says, I care.
Thank you, Google from the other room. I appreciate that.
Alright. After escaping Rogueport, you were also attacked once again along the riverside by a series of wildlife that may have been controlled by another one of these cultist members before making your way into Rochester, getting a job, and heading over to Colheen, where you have met several different interesting individuals and had a decent time getting to know the locals as well as some of the situation going on there. And upon these recent events, the town was attacked by, again, the same band of cultists who seem to have plans in order, though you do not necessarily understand what the purpose of it is yet, but you have been effortlessly thwarting their efforts, which probably has gained their attention if you haven't already before. And recently you went into the den of the wolves in search of a healer that had disbanded herself from the nearby village in order to seek out refuge among these Nullish inhabitants before bringing her back and hopefully helping setting the town right again with its fewer occupants for defense. While you were in the ruins of this long forgotten empire structure or whatever, you did meet several figures of importance, that which and I'm sure you've all watched the video or whatever, but I'll go ahead and give a brief summary. Is the first figure of interest is this mercenary Matt Murder, who Matthias Mercutio, which seems to be a hired gun who seems to be working for multiple bosses at the moment, doing sort of interesting jobs that all seem to entail you for one reason or another. The other being a madman of a genius who seems to be in stark contrast of the poor old man Riordan, who was recently had his life snuffed out, who seems to be interested in things that you may not understand at this point in time, but seems to be experimenting on other living creatures and interested in knowledge above all else, even that of life. The other great creature that you also met in that ruins was the great Null Chieftain, who was much larger in size, which what you can pertain from what you know of this world is that larger creatures seem to have a sort of power that is beyond just their physicality, but seems as though spiders, frogs, birds, and even gnolls have this innate sense that if they have been gifted or blessed or seem to have a sort of power of defense or control or whatnot, the form of which this ability is up to the user, and you're not sure if it's because of this necessity that they have gained this power, or vice versa, that they have gained this power in order to protect what it is that they need. And upon returning back to the village, you did not receive any sort of payment for thinning out the herd of the now imminent attack of the gnolls against this unguarded village. But you have sort of geared up from the miscellaneous armaments that were discarded during the previous night's encounter, and you now have this bone base sort of set up in the previous watchtower or clock tower's encampment. And that is where you all are at the moment, is rejoined back in this bone structure next to this limping town that very much needs your assistance.
Well,
time to go shopping.
Time to go shopping. That's how we do it.
These guys would be fine. Let's go back to Rochester.
It's just fine. There was a thing that I wanted to do. Now I need to ask myself, what was that thing?
Nice.
Let's see here.
I'd assume I would have made myself like an office or something.
Yeah. I'd actually love if you would be willing to describe what this structure looks like. Maybe inside, maybe out. I assume you've all reconvened after your excursion back at the bone base.
So
We need to come up with a better name for it.
yeah.
Ashton.
Back to the phone.
Huh?
Organ.
I like touching it. I'm sorry.
Rexy's trying to give you the grand tour, and Chin's just like, dink, dunk, dunk.
So,
Sorry.
what it is that, if you've seen a Viking longhouse, we actually used the bones of the giant snake. It's clearly obvious the skull's the entrance.
This is still pretty impressive. Still not quite sure how I feel about it, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you walk in, there's the two giant statues of bone golems on the outside, immediately guarding the temple, and then, the giant skull, the skeleton with from the head of the giant snake, in the front of the building. You walk into what appears to be the grand hall where you have the, religious services and whatnot. Priest quarters on the side with a, office and whatnot for being in Gorsize. It's not that big right now.
Yeah, well, by that description.
I like to imagine that
Has your bone.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it has this bone organ, so he's playing it somewhere, only towards the back.
Who would have thought that these bones would have great acoustics? I like to imagine that the two bone golems outside the door, the giant skull door, that from a distance they probably are laying down, so they look like claws, and the snake looks more like a crouching dragon. But then when you get closer, the bone golems animate and stand up.
I like that idea.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Anywho,
Oh yeah, you forgot to tell Mufu she's got a new companion.
oh yeah,
I know.
Yeah, Mufu, you by no necessary efforts of your own, Floof is just attached to you at this point. You just can't get rid of him at this point.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
it's
I'm
just a
happy.
dog. Oh boy,
Is nice. Good.
light cigarette. That's what you do whenever you're a dad, right? Like you're like, light cigarette. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to come home after a long day of work and look at my children and light a cigarette and go, mental
No.
gin?
No. It's the one. I'm thinking like whenever like mom gave birth and the dad sees child, like goes outside and he smokes a cigarette. He's like, yeah, I'm a dad now, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to.
What?
I don't know how parenthood works.
Oh, you know, just typical dad stuff.
I mean, I know you like
Sees
I
a
know, like,
kid,
that's a
lights
thing,
a
like,
cigarette.
Well, I know that's a thing like after sex, like you do that, but like I don't know if dads like see their kids being born and they go outside the lobby of the hospital and like just light a cigarette.
The reason why they do that after sex is because they're just chilling and hanging out. It has nothing to
Yeah.
do with the action. It certainly has
Yeah.
nothing to do with like, oh, I have children now, I have to smoke, I guess.
No, is that not
When
how
the
it works?
child
dad doesn't
pops
pull-
out, you
the
don't
dad doesn't
instantly
pull out
light
the
a
big-
cigarette
you know, the
in
big cigarette,
reverence.
you know, like, the fucking building is like, you're gonna make a great financial lawyer one day, son. You know, I don't know. Is that how that works?
Just walking through the maternity ward, lighting this bong. Just, what are you talking about?
This week's session, we teach the youngest member of our group how the fuck cigarettes work.
I know how cigarettes work.
I don't know how they work. I don't know when the proper time to pull out a ciggy is. I don't know. Either way, we're here now. She has a dog, Mufu. Please. If you're going to take care of this dog, you better keep good care of this dog, okay? We're up
I
to
know.
3. We're up to 3 now.
And we will get more.
Okay, where are you gonna keep all of them? You can't. You're holding a dog and a squid and a frog. We don't know where the frog is half the time. The squid's in the box.
Yeah, he's fine on his own.
And now
this-
I don't even know where you're gonna keep this dog.
The squid's in the
He can
first
walk.
floating box. Yep.
And you know,
They're
Greg is
fine.
probably riding Floof.
Yeah, he's fine. You don't have to worry about it.
But where are you gonna? I don't know where you're gonna put more. If you plan on getting more,
They
this
will
is
walk.
like limit.
beside me.
This is limit.
Or
No,
you
it's
actually
not.
just animate a closet. There you go. That's where she's putting them.
Oh, you got a closet in the cult church. How convenient. Okay.
You want more room?
I don't know if Raxi, do undead people understand how to take care of living things?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
And that's
I can't.
stupid.
I can't
Step
discern
1,
whether or
kill
not that's
it.
true or not.
Step 2, raise it.
No.
See, that's my concern.
How to
But,
become a
I'm sure-
skeleton. Step 1,
I
die.
don't trust him.
I mean, then again, you could have like that one. You could have like that one dog from the play The Corpse Bride. You know, like where he like freaking runs around on the stage as a little bone dog. That's not that bad.
I don't want a bone dog.
Did somebody say my name?
Oh, corpse.
Now he's here.
You
They were good.
see him standing at the doorway, and he thrusts a thumb backward. He's like, I think the captain wanted to find you guys.
Oh,
Seemed,
okay. Sorry.
urgent. Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll get on that. Thank you for alarming us. Actually, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah, sure, no thing. And he just
Can you also-
walks right back
Oh.
out. Oh, what were you gonna
Okay,
say?
there you go. Can you also apologize to your leaf friend, I've been told that I did a bad, and I also am self-admitting to that, and I feel bad. Anyway,
He
it was
just
a
sort of
heated area.
looks at you and doesn't say anything. And you actually notice that you haven't seen him around since he got attacked. He got beat up pretty badly when the Wendigo came through. It didn't eat him because he's not flesh, but he got absolutely torn up, and you guys haven't checked on him. Yeah.
It's so sad.
What?
Yeah. You guys haven't checked on Ikuno.
But did she die?
You don't
No,
know.
okay. He's
Well,
okay. In my mind, we have. My character doesn't know where he is, so we have to. We gotta figure that out. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people you still haven't checked. Allura is also still just completely encased in stone. And you guys are just wandering off. Yeah.
Allura's encased in stone? When did that?
What? Do
Yeah.
you remember?
My character does not remember that.
It's true. It's actually true because he was also kidnapped at the same time Allura was, but Allura got encased in stone. Jin got his life force sucked out. So, kind of two halves of the coin there.
I've agreed in my. No one has told Jin that because at this point Jin has agreed in his mind that Allura literally knocked him out to get kidnapped.
No.
Oh.
That's a problematic thing in his mind right now, and I need that clarified. We'll say it's been clarified. Okay. Lord, not kidnapped.
I'm assuming that when the party filled you in on the situation, that both Allura and you were captured and used in this ritual, this dark ritual,
Right.
that you assume that she wasn't the primary one.
Yeah, the primary suspect. Okay. I was not.
Unless.
I actually didn't know about the. Unless. I was actually unaware of the Allura Stone thing. I thought she was like part of this, and I was like, what?
Yep.
What is this going? Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Corpse, for the information. We'll get on that. But Rexy, how do we exit
sure
this
thing.
building?
Well.
Through the giant
Yeah, to the
door?
Yeah, the mouth is open. The giant snake skull is open, and Corpse walks back out, and you actually see that the two golems don't seem to notice or pay him any mind when he leaves, which is kind of interesting because you're also not sure how he got in as well. But
Wait, corpse. Is this the skeleton?
no,
Or-
Corpse is the one that's a bit disfigured. Seems to have been a similar situation where the Wendigo skull touched you and changed your skin just slightly. Seems to have that sort of change across his entire face and possibly more of his body, but you can't see because he wears pretty long clothing to cover most of his body.
Which is fair. All right then.
And he's married to Kirsten, the redheaded trader who has a direct line with Rochester and deals with goods and animal products and whatnot.
I see.
Just think like Monster Hunter whenever you walk into there.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see a handler. I'm beating her shit in it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I will attempt to exit the building.
Make a survival check.
Okay. The mystical box of wonders. It's a mystical box of wonders. Wonderful mystical box of wonders.
What are you talking about?
Do. Gonna roll my dice in the box of wonders. Got a 17. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, you walk out the door right behind Corpse.
Aw, sick. Guys, I'm standing next to Corpse. Okay, so
Alright, what are you guys doing?
the 18.
Probably heading back.
We gotta exit the building.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You have to say go east and then no, I'm just kidding. Where are you guys going? What you doing?
Okay.
The bone structure is a little ways away from the village. It's kind of up on the hill, sort of looking down at the village. So you got a pretty good view of it, as well as the pathway that leads up to Rochester, and the path that also leads over towards the ruins where the gnolls live.
We should first check in with the captain, because Corpse did alarm us that the captain wanted to see us. So
Yep.
we'll check in and see what he wants. So that way we get that situated. And does anyone know where Sky Kuno is?
You could ask around.
We'll ask her. We'll ask around. First, let's talk to the captain first. That's private.
I mean, you can go ahead and make an investigation check as you walk in, just as you're
That's
going
fair.
through.
But I feel like we can just ask the captain, right? Like, he
Yeah,
would know.
that's true too.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go to the captain, ask what he wants, and then we'll ask about Sky
Okay.
Kuno.
Yeah. As you walk into town, people are meandering, fixing things up. You
Sorry, tribal
actually,
music.
as you're walking in, you do notice that there is a cart pulling up towards the north entrance from Rochester. And you've seen this happen a few times before because there is a sort of taxi service between Rochester and Colheen, which seems to go every other hour or so. Seems to take about an hour to get back and forth. So you assume that this cart basically goes all day, but at one end of the hour, it's either at Colheen or at Rochester, and it's usually transporting people, some little object. You mostly see like Kirsten loading up things here and there, but this time you actually see that there are people arriving from Rochester to Colheen as you make your way into.
Back and forth.
Yep. You're.
All right.
Are you just running past these guys, or you wanna say hello, or just go straight on in?
I mean, the most I'll do is just kind of give them a wave. If they start a discussion, I'll discuss.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I assume you're being relatively friendly and not just
Yeah, I'm not like
brushing
like,
past
you
it.
know?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
We're casual say hello because
Yeah,
we are.
as
people here.
the cart rolls in through the village and stops, you see that they are slowly unloading the cart a little bit, and you see a man wearing just sort of very loose green robes with a white and green striped hat on top of his head, and he seems to be discussing with the cart driver. And there are two small children running around. One of them seems to have a stick in each hand, chasing after the other one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Not me.
Dem, it's Dem.
and he's going doo 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 doo. The most thing of interest is that the tall man standing in green robes has a pair of gray ashen wings sticking out of his back.
Oh.
And as you approach, he says, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you.
Hi.
We just got here. I heard you guys were in need of a new smith, so came here in search of a job. I'm pretty crafty, so figured I could make some business here."
Good man. I would
And,
like some business with a blacksmith.
Yeah, one of the small children who has black hair and a small hat wrapped around his face is jumping out. He's like, Daddy feels Mimi hungry, stomach hurt."
I love it.
And then he stops and turns to you and walks over to you and he's like, hey man, how you doing, man? You straight up barrio, man." And then the kid with the sticks runs up and he's like, hey guys, I got sticks. And he just starts beating on your leg a little bit, and then he hands one of the sticks to his brother. He's like, let's go bone him. Let's go bone him. And they run over to.
I'm gonna pat him. Can I pat him?
Yes, you can.
Gently.
They run over to Gorsyfe and they just start running the sticks up and down the length of his body, and he's just like so done with this at this point. He's like, I am a creature of eternal darkness. I do not deserve to be treated this way.
Hold on, Mufu. The last time we teased him, I was a cat. Now I'm a human person. He'll beat the shit out of me.
That's your problem. I have children.
Can I hold?
And you see the green man say, "Hey, Timothy, quickity, come here. Here, have a couple copper pieces. Go over to the store over there and see if you can find anything." He's like, "Yeah, that's right, bitch," and then he runs off.
I like this kid.
Come on, Big Q, let's go.
I want to stop him. I want to go. Oh.
They're running off towards the corner store named the Nook's Cranny, which seems to be like a corner store / candy store, but you guys haven't gone in there yet. And the man in the green stands up and says, "Sorry about a bit of a handle. My name's Philbin, by the way. Hope that I can do some good work around here." And he shakes each of your hands.
Pleasure to meet you. They call me Jin.
It's
I would be
sad.
loved to do a couple business with you as a blacksmith. I'm in need of a few new arms, as I would say.
Well, yep, I can do that. I mean, looks like you got some good arms on you already. And he like gives you a little punch in the shoulder, and he's like, dad joke.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
It gets really awkward. I need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep. But he's like, I guess I could just go set up shop, or do you guys need help anything? And from behind you, you hear a voice say, "Yeah, you could help us load this stuff up if you don't mind." And you see Kirsten and Daniel Rathbone both seem to be lugging some bundles of furs onto the cart. And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure thing." And he begins helping them load up the cart. And I assume you guys make your way onward still?
Yes, we will make our way on.
Yeah, sure thing. Outside the just sort of near the other exit, you see the traveler standing there still. In one hand, he's got that book that you recently got, which retells the creatures of fantasy, which seems to be another world. And he's holding it up in one hand, and he's got his cane rested in the nook of his arm, and with his other hand he has it poised over the pages as if he's going to reach down and touch them, either to move the page or straight up reach through the book and pull out the creatures inside. But he just has the hands poised over the pages right now, and the pages are slowly turning, and every so often you can see glimpses of images of characters and scenes, either in action or just meandering idle animations, and not really much posing or whatever, but just sort of simple things. And he seems to be just poring over this, and you can see a very faint smile play across his face, which is the only discernible feature as he's doing this. And he seems to be having a very close examination of the book, as though he's going over fond yet distant memories as he's going through this book again. Oh my gosh. But yeah, he still has the book that he asked you to lend him, which is from that box that you guys got as reward from Kirsten for helping save the village.
Oh. Nice. Who has the book on them? Who has the book on them? Because I don't believe I have it.
Well, right now the Traveler has the book.
The Traveler has the book. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. There is a box full of papers though, and I assume you guys put that in the crab, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, I would assume so. I forget the crab is a thing.
But yeah, you guys all shuffle inside and meet up with a surprisingly empty warehouse. Sort of weapons are strewn, a bit more disorganized than there were previously, and just seems to be very empty. And Aoden is just sort of standing there staring out the window, and he turns to you as you enter. And Merrick is also there, standing at attention, and they seem to have been discussing, and Merrick just simply nods and brushes past you a bit aggressively, maybe bumping into your shoulder as he leaves. And Aoden has his arm crossed and one hand up to his chin in very deep sorrow thought as you enter. And he says, "So, it's a good thing that you brought Medivh back to us, but I think we're in a bit more of a serious situation than we were even before. You see, Medivh filled us in on the situation, and seems that we're in a tougher spot than I had thought. The Knolls have been restless lately, and she's been doing all she can, but it seems that there are other parties in factor to what's going on lately. Notably, there's the mercenary who seems to be pestering them with things, but there's also several other people that seem to be pressuring them to take action against us despite our dealings that we have made with the Knolls thus far. I was really hoping that you would do something to go on the offensive and show a force that we're not just helpless over here, but if they even just wander over, we're in a very rough spot right now." Seems as though the Null Invasion is imminent at this point.
So you're asking us to take some out for you?
The situation of Null territory is a bit up in the air, and the chieftain can only control and appease so many, but as their numbers grow, they spread out into different they form their own smaller packs who split off into cells, and they start doing whatever they please. And from what Medivh has informed us, the mercenary has convinced a cell of these rogue gnolls to seek out whatever they see fit, which usually ends up with raiding, pillaging, the usual.
Filthy fucking gnolls.
He nods.
Alright then. I have no issue with helping. I mean, it seemed easy before getting her out. The fighting business wouldn't be too hard either, so where should we start, I suppose?
He looks off at the window. It would be a good idea to go on the offensive here. Keep the fight away from the village, at least for now, until we can rebuild our walls and refill our ranks. If we fought here, we'd be at a bit of a disadvantage with so many people to keep safe. But I can't exactly ask you to run out there as cannon fodder. He walks over and sits down in a chair, and he does it very slowly, and you've sort of seen this before when from the very old man that owns the inn sits down, and you can see the sort of creaking in his bones as Aoden sits down, and you realize that he is getting too old for this shit.
Get too old for this shit.
Yeah, but he's still trying to stand tall. You assume that there should have been leadership to replace him a long time ago, and no one's been good enough to be able to take control of the situation besides him. Which brings up the issue as to why Merrick hasn't taken leadership, but I think you guys can assume that he's a bit mean. So
Okay. Well, our good friend Raxi is a very high skill in the Arcanic era, so I'm sure it would be used for us. I myself is more of a spy-ish kind of situation, not one for big open battles, but wherever you wish for us to go, we can mostly defend off most.
I like how you completely left out Mufu's abilities.
No. Well, I really don't know what she does. I'm not gonna lie.
I did nothing.
You guys are literally Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. The smart one, the strong one, and then the girl.
I don't want.
I'd like to think that you did that in character because Jin does not think Mufu is a farter because he just wants to protect her and doesn't want.
No, that's 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Just let that happen. So wherever you wish to place us in this strategic game of chess, I wouldn't have an issue with it, as long as you just don't make a suicide mission for us.
And he says, very slow. He waits a moment before speaking, and he says, "That's the whole crux of this situation, isn't it? It seems as though they've taken a particular interest in you already. Involving you any further would probably be death for both of us, as they seem to have plans for the lot of us." Gosh dang it. And he laces his fingers together and places them over his mouth and is very quiet.
Do you know anything to do with this Matt Murder person?
He's a gun for hire. He's very good at what he does. And what he does is make things disappear.
I learned the hard way.
It's interesting though, because his allegiance seems to only last for as long as he gets paid, as he's actually managed to have several conversations with Medivh, as what she's told me, and they seem to have known each other for a little while now and gotten along, as none of his work has involved her yet. But seems as though she was supposed to stay there as part of a deal that was made, and now that we have reconnoitered that situation, we have unlocked our own death and set movement into play that we know not what, but not for. And he just sort of shakes his head and puts his head in his hands.
What about this Dominator fellow? This doctor and something. Who is...
He looks up at you. Who?
There was this doctor that was with this, with Matt Murder. I would assume this is his hirer.
Yeah.
Not certain who this.
His name is
fellow
Evan
is.
Dominator Essence.
Evan Dominator Essence.
Yep, Evan Essence.
Ah, I see. I believe his name was Evan. Do you know?
Because Dr. Robotnik's real name is Ivo.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't heard that name before. Sorry.
It's fine. They just have a very particular interest in me. I'm not exactly sure why, but I can kind of glean an idea. Either way, whatever it is, I probably should not try to let them have it. So if you want to place us anywhere, I would do ask that you keep us away from a main fight, if that were the case. Or maybe put us on a battlefield in front. I don't know. I don't know what would be the best strategy. I'm an entertainer.
It's just speaking nonsense at this point. I don't know. We could go in the front. We would probably not put us at the front. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Either way, we're here to help. And I don't know the best way to help you in this situation. I've never operated a war. Let's be fair. But we can try. That's our best. And you've seen our skills thus far, and you know that we can try goddamn pretty well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's times like these that the blade wins out. Despite everything. We're more than just short-handed here. We're limping. Mediva's doing what she can to help recuperate those that we still have, but it's not enough. Even if they were all at 100%, it's not enough to stem off an entire Null attack. That's why I was hoping the Thunder Mage would help. I've seen the way that you raised those armies up yourself, and that's why I was really hoping you would stay around. I'm glad that you settled down here.
Built a permanent residence.
Listen, friend. The situation may be dire, but I've seen many dire situations in my life. One being a band of 4 bandits, all taking me on with my pants down. Takes a little bit of skill and guts to take through that, but you know what? You survive and you walk through it. Things can look bad. I've seen a very important person in my life beaten to death in front of me, and me, a mere child, seeing them do this, decided to stand up for it. And I have no issue standing up for you in this dire stance. All you need is one lucky card, and then the hand is yours.
I like to imagine that you pull out one of the deck of many cards.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Gorsyfe yawns. I grow quite bored of this proceedings. If we are going to have an instigation of that's his yawn.
Yes.
I look forward to eating on some new meals. And I think at this point Eowyn sort of nods and he's like, I'm not sure if I should be consoled or concerned by your presence, but
It could be both.
thank you.
Both.
I think at this point Greg is bouncing up and down on the green slime like a trampoline, and Floof is wiggling his paws and Mufu's arms like, I want to play too. And Aridin looks over and his demeanor falls again, just like, these kids are our last hope. But yeah.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's pretty much the whole situation here. I didn't know if you wanted to investigate anything else or speak to him about anything more.
Yes, I'd like to know, friend. What has become of Allura and Sky Kuno?
Well, Sky Kuno took a pretty serious beating. He hasn't been himself or itself. It's hard to understand Dryads, you know. And our
Very
crops
interesting.
haven't been doing as good recently. I'm not sure if that's stemming from the same situation or just that he's been tending to the crops with specific need. But he's resting in one of the hats. You can go visit him if you'd like. The situation on Allura is also something that we're not set up for. Medivh took a brief look. She has no clue. Brian seems to be trying out different things, but he's also never personally experienced something like this, so I would check in with him if you're interested in trying to assist him, but at this point,
Brian.
Yeah, Magic
said-
Brian.
The one I blew open?
The one that you tried to sell the slimes to for
Yeah, but
Jashmit.
didn't I also blow his face open with Eldritch Blast?
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yes, you did, but then you don't know if that's the real one or not. You assume not, since you've seen Brian around since then. But
Okay.
something invaded the town again, took on Bride's form, and
Yeah.
that's also something that's just sort of been glossed over as well.
Yeah, no, that was my
Yeah.
next move. That was my
There's-
next move this session. I wanted to check on Tion.
Yep. Nope, she seems to be fine. You haven't consoled her over the whole terrible situation that occurred, but no one knows about your dark abilities at the moment.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for that information. We'll take a look into things and we'll see how things go.
Yep.
Tie up some loose ends as we're at it.
And I think it's at this point when you guys walk out that Proto says, I think I'm gonna go. I don't
Pardon
see
me?
that there's anything that I can do to help you guys with this, and this isn't helping me find my master. I've been reading back on some of his stuff, and I think I need to go to Karazhan where his stuff went, so...
That's fair. That's fair. Though I do believe you would be a use of us here, it wouldn't help you in any certain way. So, be as you will, friend.
He reaches into the clothes of his cold and he pours out 4 square objects, and he hands one to each of you and says, I found out how to make these. I stole one off the guards, and they're pretty cool. They allow you to speak to another one as long as you have got... They're called Stones of Far Speech or something. Little tablets.
Oh.
So
Oh.
if you guys ever want to talk to each other, or me while I'm gone, this will work. And as long as you have them on you, I can find you again.
Oh.
Yep, they look like BlackBerry phones. They're just like
Nice.
got a bunch of...
He just built Nokia phones.
Yep, literally Nokia, indestructible Nokia phones.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna
And,
add that to
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
inventory.
hug him. Hey, hug him.
Yep, you give him a good long hug, and you hear him whisper in his ear, saving.
Oh.
Oh.
And then when you pull back, he looks over towards Greg, who says, you seem to be the only person that has their things together, so I want you to watch out for all of them. And Greg croaks
That's
in
wrong.
agreement. Then he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a piece of ribbon, and ties it around Greg's neck and makes him a little bow tie. And he says, this will help protect you. It's got magic properties that will... It's good stuff. And now Greg has +1 to AC.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It's a bow tie that gives like an energy shield to him.
Oh, sick. Deflect. Reflect.
He wanted to make a full mecha suit for Greg, but this is
This is the closest we can get
Yeah.
was a bow tie. That's
Yep.
alright.
Then he,
I mean, I thought Greg's AC was already 32, but that's just me.
Greg's AC is actually 100 at this point.
Oh, okay, I see.
What?
He's impossible.
He looks directly and says, I heard that you were the Thunder Mage, so I thought this would be cool for you to have. And he holds out a very small cylinder, which seems to be what it immediately reminds you of is the blue slime in the way that it's got those sort of fizzing bubbles in it and crackling energy inside. But it's a glass cylinder with metal on the top and the bottom with 2 holes in the top and the bottom. And it's handheld size. It fits in the palm of your hand. And then
Thank
he
you.
turns to Mufu and he says, I got this for you. They were selling these at Rochester, but they were really expensive, so I made my own. And he hands you a, hold on, let me get the picture. I've got, this is a cool little, wait, where is it? Oh, do I not have it?
Oh no.
Oh, I don't have it. Alright, I'll have to go get the picture. But he hands you what seems to be a stuffed toy that's slightly mechanical.
Oh.
And it's a bunny sitting on top of a pogo stick.
Nice. That's amazing.
Hold on. Bam.
Nice. Bunny pogo. Hoppity hop.
And he says, all you have to do is drop it and it just sort of bounces and follows you around. It's pretty cool. And then he turns to Jin and he places a hand on your shoulder and he says, okay. And then he turns and walks off.
Okay.
Huh. Kind of not surprised.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke. He
Okay.
hands you an oval, just a sort of clear, smooth oval. He says, "This will help hide your identity. I know that you had problems with hiding your face, so I figured this would help." And he places it up over his face, and then it copies your face.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Legit.
Huh. Okay.
And he hands it to you. Seems to be it's like a mask that changes faces. So if
Huh.
you ever get caught and they're like, take off your disguise, you can like change your face behind your mask and then take off the mask and be like, it's really me all along.
Okay, so this is a comic relief item. Okay, I got that.
Well, no, it'll be useful because if someone uses like dispel magic to make you remove your disguise, you can still shapeshift, but they won't know that. So it's like it's a double bluff.
It's a double block.
Yeah. Take off that mask. Oh my gosh, it's really him.
What is
Anyways.
this? Okay then. This works.
And then he says, I'm gonna walk back to Rochester and see if I can't catch a ride to Karazhan, but I'll see you all later.
Bye.
I hope you have safe trips, friend. And don't trust anyone I wouldn't trust.
Braxley, at this point, would you like to,
I'm scared to try that thing.
try what thing?
What were you saying? Try the glass cylinder?
No. Alright, do you want to do the thing with giving him the medallion?
Oh yes, I will give him the crab medallion with the neck of crab.
He says, oh, cool. I think this will actually help a whole lot. Here. And he hands you 100 gold pieces because he doesn't know how to barter.
My child.
I won't say anything.
But yeah,
Come on.
I assume you guys take out like all of your stuff out of the barrel. Maybe take it up to your rooms or something, and then he
Yeah, blast.
activates the crab mech and walks out of town back towards Rochester.
The slow, methodical step of the crab barrel.
Yep. Do 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 do.
There he goes.
Do 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 do. Yep.
Now, I will need to have some time to raise that army.
Yeah. And actually, as he's making his way over to Rochester, you see a brilliant ball of light suddenly emerge in his path, and there's energy crackling around it. And then with a bright flash, you have to like hide your vision, and then as you look back, you see that there's a smoking crater and a humanoid figure standing in the center of the crater. And then he stands up and looks over towards you, Jin. I assume you guys are like outside town watching him go. He looks over. Yeah, the figure looks over towards Jin and says, "I want your boots and your clothes." And then he looks over to Proto and says, "Come with me if you want to live."
You summoned the Terminator.
And then you hear,
Good job.
Oh.
and then the Terminator gets crushed by this large wooden structure that's got glass paneling on the sides. It's blue and it says police box up at the top, and it seems to be banging around as if there's a bunch of commotion going on the inside.
What?
And then you see two streaks of fire appear from behind it and go through it, and then it actually explodes as this silvery vehicle appears out of nowhere.
God damn
with
it!
acidic form.
You opened a box of movie references! Look what you've done!
And then
I did nothing.
then two figures step out of the vehicle as it's smoking, as the doors slide up. Really cool, because DeLoreans are awesome looking.
Yes.
And the figure in the driver's seat has spiky, just messy white hair. And he's like, "Ugh, we gotta go back to the past, Morty. Back to the past."
Why did I know you would make that?
He's like, "Okay, Doc, we gotta go."
Gotta go back.
Because this is one of his most common voices.
What's happening?
And then everything explodes and the world is full of fire, and then there's a person that steps forward. He's like, "Quick, tell me, what time is it? What day is it? What year is it?"
I actually haven't been paying attention to the days that much. What day is it?
"There's no time." And then a hole in reality rips open and everything's sucked inside, and then it slowly seals back up, and now everything's normal again. Except Proto's gone.
Guys, I think we underestimated the power of Proto.
I literally only did that for him because he did a Rick and Morty D&D campaign that I was a part of.
Oh. This is, Let's go check on Sky Kuno. Let's go check on
I don't know if he's dying.
This is too much. I can't look into that. I don't want to know the mechanics of that. It's going to be too much for my brain to handle. We're going to check out Sky Kuno.
God.
Oh, he's dying. Go choke on your water. Oh my god. Are you good?
Okay.
I hope he's
Just the huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go check on our Dryad friend.
Yeah. Let's go check on him.
Oh, I'm crying. Can't tell if that's because I was choking or laughing.
Choke me
Oh.
like you hate me, but okay.
Joke me like you hate me, but you love me.
Oh, sorry,
Low-key
didn't
wanna
mean-
take me when you... What?
sorry, Corpse. Didn't mean to summon you again. Doing all right for that.
Yeah, he just like appears out of nowhere, and he's just like.
He's just,
Actually, that's the tune that he's humming as he's loading up the cart next to you guys.
I like to imagine we're gonna go to a bar at some point. I'm gonna be like, still white on my white tea.
Bitches. Yeah, you guys should go to a karaoke bar in Rochester.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah. When you were in Rochester, you didn't just see shops. You saw like karaoke bars and maid cafes and arcades. You know, fun stuff.
Yeah.
You actually saw a sign for a game called Move Celebration, and there are like symbols on the floor that, assuming that if you touch them, they go in time with the music.
Oh.
It's Dance Dance Revolution.
I need to do that. All right. Well, now's not the time for science. We need to go check on our boy, the Sky Kuno.
What was it?
Getting distracted.
Keep getting distracted with literally all movie references. all
Choke
at
me
once.
like you hate me. Now's not the time for science.
Now's not the time for science.
What?
Anywho.
Now that we've
Let's
gone,
go.
now that we've gone past the point of no return.
Yep. You head over to the shack that you were told where Naikuna was hanging out, and he isn't there, and the neighbor tells you that he's actually gone out towards the farms, and you see him there hanging out with that scarecrow again, who seems to be supporting him as he's going through the fields.
Huh.
And you see that the crops are actually not doing very well.
Oh no. That's
I don't
not
know
good.
if you want to make a nature check or something, but
I'll make a nature check, but like I don't think I'll get anything out of it.
I think Mufu has proficiency
Ooh.
because she's druid and
Yeah, I
ranger.
do.
Yeah.
Are you plant master?
Mm-hmm.
Land master. Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right, you know what? Just for that, on the ridge, Naikuno's like, the plants aren't going very good. All we have left is corn. And then you hear from the distance, corn! And then up on the ridge, you see that there's like a whole horde of like several large figures in metal suits, and they charge and they start running down. And then you hear, Landmaster! and then just like a large vehicle lands and crushes all of them and then flies away.
Fuck wheat! No! Corn! Yeah! Anyway, now that has happened, don't worry about it. I was also confused with the children running around with sticks and saying,
Yeah.
that's a bitch.
A
and I don't
Warhammer
know.
reference and then
I'm
Star
still
Fox
trying to
reference.
figure out what that was.
Oh, it's it's fine. We'll
worry
come back
about
to it
it.
later.
You don't need to know.
We'll talk to them about
Fine.
it. Right now, we need to worry about the Dryad, and that's what I'm concerned with.
It's Minecraft, but
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my god.
my God.
Oh my god. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick. And the cloud of my ass keeps alerting the guards. Man, I just did not take my ADHD pills today. Anyway.
Chief, what are you doing in that tavern? Sir, finishing this Big Mac. Colonel. That's right.
Finishing the mic.
All right. Anyways, you're checking up on your Dryad friend who is out checking on the plants and
Yeah.
their-
And we were
Yeah.
about to make a nature check to see how bad the plants are doing.
Mhm.
So, Druid, help.
23, and that's 20.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good enough. You can tell that the plants are suffering, and it's more than just lack of care or water or sunlight. There seems to be something else that's harming them. Sort of, you really can't tell anything from... Basically, what you can tell is that all of the things that you're supposed to do are being done. They're watered, there's good soil. They're getting like good fertilizer and everything. Everything seems to be right. However, the plants just aren't growing. And from your experience and from what you can see, this seems to be something beyond your normal capabilities or understanding. There's something else going on here that's killing these plants. And you can also tell that Naikuno is also suffering from this same problem.
Ooh.
You can see that he's still got those wounds that are still leaking sap from them a little bit, but he seems to be standing up. But what seems to be wearing him out more is the same fatigue that the plants are also feeling. And he relays that to you. He says, "Oh, hey guys.
Hello.
Plants are really
Hi.
not doing good. I thought it was just me, like, not being there to help them, but I think there's something else going on that's actually, like, killing the plants, and it's not really helping me much out now, is it?" And as you look around, you can see that some of the other trees that are there are still standing pretty strong, but their leaves aren't as full of color.
That's no good. Do you have any good ideas on where this could be from?
Well, no.
I mean, I guess I can't expect you to know everything, but
Go complete this fetch quest for me.
oh,
You solved
Okay.
all of our problems. Thank you.
okay.
Sorry. I wasn't
of
trying to
sass.
be sarcastic.
A lot of sass coming out of you right now, Sky Kuno. You okay, man?
No, that was the DM. That was the DM. Not Naikuno would never be that mean.
I was like, no, he would, but like,
Yeah, no, like girls don't like me or anything.
oh Jesus.
I got you.
Well,
It seems that you can't fight that back, Sky Kuno. She does like you, and when she likes someone,
And I'm a girl.
yeah, she is a female. Last I checked, and I'm not.
What?
Okay, no.
Excuse me?
Gonna brush it over. Gonna brush it over. We're gonna brush it over. No. Hey, Sky Kuno. Glad to see you're doing not the best, but at least better than you were before. We're gonna go. We're gonna try check on everyone. If we happen to find something wrong with the plants, we'll get on that. I apologize for bothering you. We were bothering
wait,
you.
hold
We'll
on
see
a
you
second.
later.
How are you checking to make sure that she's a girl?
I want
See
to go
you
to
later. I'm walking out the door now. The door that's outside.
There's no door here.
I use minor illusion. I create a door. I open it. I close it. And I walk away.
Alright.
There we go.
Dang it, I was really hoping that Jin was gonna be like, I'm a girl too and I like you.
Oh.
Just like lift up his shirt.
He already knows I'm not.
Well, you can be whatever you want to be.
I can be whatever I want to be, but like still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yee.
E. Roxy, now you gotta do it.
Who's that?
I just want a single ye.
No.
Fuck.
Oh.
Damn it! I was so excited. I was like, oh.
Oh, you wanna do it? No.
Do it. No. He hit me with the Joe crap. No. He hit me with the Joe crap.
No, I was thinking more of the ASDF, like,
No.
super guy, save
No.
me! No. You're dead.
You want to see a magic trick?
No!
That's been my experience. Okay.
Raxley puts on the deal with it glasses. Gorsaib jumps on his shoulders and goes, how about this? Yeet.
Okay, anyway. now that I've scuttled away from that situation, time to get her going. We'll talk to Brian. Well, I'm gone. I mean, I guess it's up to them whether or not they follow me on that occasion.
Just gonna walk away from this real quick.
Yeah. There I go.
Do. Yeah, so I guess, are you guys still staying with Naikun, or are you following Jin back into town to check in with Brian?
I'm probably heading back into town.
Yeah, sure. At this point, the cart has started heading towards Rochester. Luckily, they didn't get caught in the time warp reality bending issue that Proto had, and is just making its way to Rochester. You do see that Philbin is sort of sorting through the old Smith's place, and his two kids are also picking up stuff and swinging stuff around, just like having sword fights with actual swords, even though they're children. And
nice.
When I say children, they're like teenagers, maybe a little younger.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, one of them actually just straight up gets stabbed and then starts crying. Like, Daddy Philbin, he hit me.
I should. I'm gonna go over and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Don't make me get my belt, Philbin says.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
What? I'm casting Cure Wounds on the one who got stabbed.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
I'm ready, wait.
Please don't stab each other. Please.
I'm crafting a belt.
Is pissed at the kid. Please try not to stab each other with swords. Use sticks. It's not that
Do
different.
that all the time.
Yeah, and as he's giving Timothy a good like scolding to it, he's like, go check on the bees. I've got to help Quickety. And he's like, oh, it's all right. And you see the blonde little boy walk over to a cage that's got a bunch of bees in it, and you can hear that they're singing. They're going la. They're like singing like human people, but like auto-tuned.
But auto-tuned.
Hey Wilby, how you doing? Chobby, what's going on? Hey guys.
Oh.
I want to
Oh,
be.
new boyfriend's an asshole. Anyway.
Yeah, actually gets a little muffin out of his pocket and gets some honey from the thing and puts it on and starts eating it. And he's like, he actually raises a finger and points at you like, haha, you don't have any of this.
Haha. You have no power here.
You don't have a dad. Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. These are amazing children.
They are.
I love them.
I'm taking good
I want
care.
kids.
Yeah, as you cast Cure Wounds on
Jin
Quickety.
is absolutely red-faced at the sound of that.
Sound of what?
Mufu is just over there, just like, yeah, I want kids.
I want kids.
Gonna walk over to Mufu. No.
You
Stop.
don't have a say in this.
You're not. We're not gonna talk about
Watch
that.
me.
We're not talking about that.
You already have a bunch of furry babies. What else do you want?
You have pets.
I'm going to have real babies
No, you're not.
without fur.
We're not gonna discuss this.
At
We're
this,
not-
Timothy is like, Phil, it's a woman, and like runs away.
He wrote how to sex too. He knows the thing.
I'm gonna go. No.
At this
I'm not
point,
gonna keep-
Quickety
no.
gets done over getting stabbed and runs up to you and he's like, "Hey, man, Hey, man.
No.
And he's getting right up in your
No.
grill, Jin. And he's like, hey, speedrun me a bed, man. What you doing, man? You stay from the barrio, man. It's very
are you
uncomfortable.
Are you
Hey,
alright,
man.
Hey, are you alright? You did get stabbed a couple of minutes ago. I didn't expect you to get this up this quickly. Are you alright? You're alright?
The plan
I
is
told you it's
simple.
normal.
I mean...
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? You're 1,000 miles away, but tonight you look so pretty. And then he looks straight up in your eyes and says, where's the Joker? And then he jumps straight up in the air, out of sight.
Rachel!
He disappears into the clouds.
What?
She's gone. She went to heaven.
First, some guy asking me for my clothes. He gets hit by a box.
I'm back from heaven.
And then we go over.
I saw your grandmother.
She has nice boobs.
She has
I don't
big
know what
breasts.
That's a lot of paper. I'm gonna hold your hand, and we're gonna go.
And then you hear a voice from your hip where you put the Stone of Far speech, and you hear Proto's voice that says, I think I could craft some kids if I had enough time.
Brodo's going to make me some kids.
Stop talking on the sign!
You switch your phone to off, your walkie-talkie to off. Oh, you actually still have stalky walkies.
We're not gonna talk about kids. We're not gonna talk about kids. Mufu, we're
I
not
was
talking
gonna
about
say,
kids.
if you need
We don't have to
kids, I
talk
could
about
build
it. I
you
still
some.
want kids.
Alright, Raxy, no, we're not going anywhere near that.
What did he
Yeah,
say?
Gorsife walks up and he looks to Phil and says, do you want me to eat them? And Phil,
No.
stops
No,
and
do not.
thinks about it for a moment.
No, Phil.
Nah,
Of
it's
course he does.
fine. I got this.
It's so tired.
Don't eat the kids. Alright? They're just kids. It's fine. They're living their dreams. I can't tell. Either way. Let's... Okay. Let the kids be. Raxy, don't try to harvest your kids from the undead. I'm gonna turn my phone back on. Proto, if you're still listening, don't try to
Don't be
correct
kids.
kids. And Mufu, you are not
Jin,
gonna keep talking about having children.
Jin, as you
I'm
turn
going to
around,
have
you
children.
see
You are
a
not-
silhouette standing behind you, and he says, I would like you to join the WWE. It would be a great honor if you would join the WWE.
What is the W? What? Who?
And I think at this point, Phil's like, all right, kids, stop harassing them. Come on, come back. And
I want my
the
niece.
shadow form of Quickity and normal Timothy come back inside the ruined structure of the smithy and start helping him sort through stuff.
These children are the weirdest children I have ever met.
I love them so much.
Phil
Very
just
interesting
stands
level.
up, looks at you,
Quiet.
opens his mouth to say something, and goes, yeah.
I'm sure they're a handful. You must be proud.
They're very good at what they do.
That's good to hear. I hope they do good in the future.
They will die.
No.
We'll hope.
Oh
Also,
my
Mufu,
god.
that's a little bit.
What?
We'll hope not to die. That's a goal.
And then you hear the blonde child named Timothy said, if I die, I'll just respawn stronger.
He never dies. No, he died.
Technoblade never dies.
Children are very odd. Oh, I love children. They're sweet. Let's get a move on.
Timothy runs back up to you. He's like, hey, you're a bitch. And then he turns and runs away again.
Oh, so pure.
Ah.
Let's get a move on. And I am going to grab Mufu's hand, and we are going to keep moving.
As you're walking away, you hear sounds of horror coming from the bee cave, like, the queen is dead.
Don't turn around, Mufu.
Oh,
Don't
she's
turn around.
dead.
Don't turn around.
She's dead.
Stop it. No.
She's dead.
No. No.
Entering
No.
We're
dormant
gonna pick her up and we're
state.
carrying her now.
All right, where are you guys going?
We're
To check
going
on Magic
to-
Brian.
Yeah, we're checking with
Yeah.
Magic Brian about Allura.
All right. Yeah, as you walk in, you are greeted with the same thing you've always seen. It's just absolute mess of
Hello.
devices and tests and stuff going on. Yeah, he looks up when he sees you, Mufu. And he says, yeah, what can I help you with? Got a lot of stuff going on, so if you don't mind, I just really like to keep working on this, but I assume you need something. Everyone always needs something. Just get it over with.
We're mostly wanting to know about Allura's situation.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone would. I would like to as well. That's sort of what I'm trying to do here.
Well, have you made any Lee's way?
What?
Have you
Lee's
have you
way?
gotten any leeway?
He sighs and he's like, no. I've been trying to craft a chemical compound to do something to... I don't exactly have anything that could deal with stone. If I had some mandrake root, but... See, here's the thing, is that I don't necessarily have that on hand, and with the situation that Naikuna is right now, we can't grow anything like that, so... We'd have to go get it, but we're short-staffed as well as it is, so there's no way we can do something. So I'm just having to try and come up with a mediator in the meantime.
I see.
Unless, of course, you'd be willing to go get some mandrake root for us.
We'll be leaving out soon. Try to get some things done. So we'll put that on the list of things we'll be looking for.
Oh, good to know that saving lives of people is just another thing to add to the list.
I'm sorry that most of the list is saving lives of people.
He raises his hand to his face and gives away. He actually pinches his nose and he's like, sorry, I'm not trying to be aggressive. Again, I'm trying to get better. Tion wants me to be more sociable, but it's just really difficult when I'm the only one that's people can rely on.
You're fine.
Hi.
So, how is Tion, by the way?
She's fine. Why?
We had an interesting encounter the other day.
No.
His interest is more than just piqued. He is absolutely like distracted from everything else. He's like, what were you two doing?
It wasn't necessarily what we were doing. It's what you and Tion were doing. Thing is, I don't think you were
He's
present
staring
for that.
daggers at you right now.
I don't think you were present for that because you did not. That wasn't you.
Well, then was I there or was I not there?
It looked like you, but it wasn't
we
you.
Thank you, Mufu. So,
I'm
what we
trying to
saw-
help.
Yeah, absolutely, you're helping. Thank you. What we saw is that we came downstairs from the tavern that we were staying in. We saw you and Tion there, getting awfully close. Me, being an asshole, I decided to play a little ditty, a tune, to siphon the mood for you two. But then it looked like you were going to consume her. And turns out that was not you. I believe that was some kind of shape-morphing monster that was about to kill Tion. So, being a reactant person, I attempt to attack it with a bit of magic that I learned from here and there in theaters and whatnot, just for display. But then I don't.
He has his wand drawn at you right now, by the way.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. I don't.
He's
know.
very concerned, but he's hesitant as you're explaining this, because you said that he was there, but then he wasn't there, and you're accusing him that he turned into a monster.
No.
So he's just very concerned, but curious, and is just listening to this, not really sure if he's believing you, but not saying anything yet.
So, as I began to do my magic spell of Dissonant Whispers, it ended up being some kind of like bolt of some course, and that is also something I probably wanted to bring up to you, but it ended up killing the beast and almost like splattering its face off. And seeing that you are standing here in front of me, that definitely was not you.
Yes, I'm not dead, as far as I can tell.
So, one thing we should be concerned with is shape-changing monsters, because one of them may have almost killed Tion. And we should probably be more aware of that in near future. And we'll report this in. But also, more importantly, I have a concern that there is some kind of deep dark magic or something arcanic inside of me or infecting me or something, because I have been having a lot of problems recently, and blowing off the face of a monster using a bolt of some kind of fucking Eldritch blast, like, this is something I don't know about, and I would very much request your help if you could assist me in figuring out what's going on.
You're having this entire conversation in the doorway, by the way.
We're in the doorway?
Yeah, there's no room to come into his office. So you're just standing in the doorway, basically, while you're retelling this. Like, basically, Mufu and Raxi are, like, huddled up right behind you, and then Gorsaif is just outside, as well as all the slimes.
At this point, I don't mind. It'd probably be more concerning if I hid all that information, so...
Yeah. He, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Bookie. Okie dokie. That's not bad. Check it out. 17.
He seems to believe you. And as he looks you up and down and says, "This is a very serious issue, but I feel like we have more pressing matters at the time at hand. If you are willing to and able to help resolve my situation right now, I will assist you in your endeavors afterwards, but not before."
Fair enough. I'll try to keep my magic use to a minimum and make sure that nothing bad comes out of it, because I've been having uncontrollable spurts of magic recently, and it's kind of starting to terrify me. All right. So we'll need to get that route for you. We'll progress on that.
Yeah.
Beyond that, Alora's case is just you trying to figure that out, so I won't bother you any further about that.
I sent a runner over to Rochester, but I don't suspect any luck that way. If you head into the ruins, they have some growing in there, but again, it seems like you didn't necessarily enjoy going in there the last time, so...
No, not necessarily. But a job is a job, so if we get the job done, then what does it matter? All right.
Indeed. And he sort of flicks his wand at you, like, get out. Go on now.
Bye.
I'll move along.
Alright.
Move along. Move along.
So
Alright.
shall I raise my army?
I
Got to defend the town somehow.
Yeah. So we have the many options here of taking out some gnolls, figuring out Sky Kuna's little problem of the roots, and getting the route for the wizard friend to help Allura out. I say that we check out that rune, because there might be gnolls over there, so we can probably start taking some of them out at that rune. Maybe, I don't know, but it seems like a smart idea for the most part. Plus, we'd be able to help Allura in the process, and if we're lucky, maybe there's a source of Saikuno's problem over there. It's the best spot we have right now. And
yeah.
if we get nothing from it, then, at least we are taking a step for clues for the most part.
Sounds good to me.
All right, then. I say we go to the ruins and try to get that root. Get the root.
Get to the root of the problem.
Are we all we're all in agreement? Everyone put their hands in the center?
Yeah.
All right, and hands in the center. That means you too, Greg.
Yep. Greg jumps on top of your hand, and then all the slimes roll into the center and stack up underneath your hand.
Aww.
All right. We actually don't have a team name here. I realize that. Should we have a team name? I feel like we should. It'd be entertaining. We can be like the group. We can be like, you know, like we're this group, you know, and be like really cool and stuff like that. Then we can
The Mighty Nine.
The Mighty Nine. Cool.
It would actually be it would actually be amazing because there's 6 members in the Mighty Nine, so you're the other 3 now.
Or the other 3. That'd be well,
funny.
Proto is still a thing, so it would be
That's
10.
true.
That's Proto.
He's
Proto's
trapped
still
in the
there.
astral plane, though.
Oh.
You know, like that campaign that goes on. That's where he's at right
boy.
now.
That's where he's at right now. Oh boy.
Yeah.
What was it with fucking Ford with when he goes into the like? Does he go to the astral plane? I don't know. I just remember that he
A
made
Grog, the
comment
search for
towards-
Grog.
No, yeah, no, I don't think it was Search for Grog. I just know that Ford at some point used Blink as a spell for the first time, and then he made a comment at Matthew. Or
I think
something
that's
like that,
the
and Matthew,
ethereal plane. Draco, correct me on this.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're gonna have
When
to
you
clarify.
use the spell Blink, I think it's you go
move
into
to
the ethereal plane.
I just know that he was on the ethereal plane, and then Matt's like doing something, and then he narrates everything he's doing. He's just like, Matt looks solemnly at his dice and angered with the results, and then Matthew looks over at him with pure daggers in his eyes, and he goes, "I'm in another dimension. I'm in another dimension."
That's right. That's right. I do remember that.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Team name.
Yes,
What?
the ethereal plane.
While you guys are thinking of a team name, I'm gonna go for my water real quick. I'll be right back.
Team Greg. I like Team Greg. Team Greg. That's a good name. In my mind. I keep saying it over and over again. It doesn't get bored of it. Any objections? Oh wait, actually, Raxi, what's your cult's name?
Oh, it could be the cult. I'm fine with that.
It's the cult of Gorsyth.
The Cults of
With
Gorsyth?
that.
We can be the squad of Gorsyth, because we're not technically the cult, we're just kind of the squad.
No, with the cult. I wanna be the cult.
You want to be, well, being in the squad doesn't mean you're not part of the cult, you know?
How about
But I
just
wanna
the
be
Knights of
cult.
Gorsyth or something like that?
Oh.
Or wait, hold on, what was the name you thought?
Gorsyth's
The
Angels.
Knights?
The Knights of Gorsyth? Ooh, that'd be sick!
I like that.
Yeah!
Or Gorsyth's Angels, as he just suggested.
Yeah. It's like Charlie's Angels, except it's Gorsyth's Angels.
God.
Greg's
I like the Knights
Devils.
Greg's still. I like the Knights of
Oh.
Gorsyth. That's a pretty
Yeah.
killer name. Alright.
Sure,
Agreed,
that's
agreed.
the name. Since you did join the cult, you're just sort of going by that name right now.
Yeah. We'll run with it.
The cult. Yeah.
Gorsyth like flips his tail. He's like, "I dub thee yada yada whatever."
Alright, awesome. Knights of
I
Gorsyth
pull out
on
a
3.
sword. I pull out a fancy bone sword and give them to him.
Whoa, what the fuck? Where'd you get that?
I've got extras if you need it.
Oh shit! I want one. What the fuck?
It's ceremonial.
Oh, well, I can't slap a guy in the face with this. Alright, you can keep it.
It will literally break. It's not made for combat.
Does it look... Hold on, DM, does it look sick?
It looks really nice.
Yes.
Okay, just keep that in mind. We'll visit the blacksmith later and we'll get swords like that. It'll be epic. Hopefully it's not too complicated of design, even though it looks super sick. Alright, anyway, Knights of Gorsyth on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, anyway.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, alright, let's head over. We're going to the ruins.
Murder.
It's rune time! It's rune time!
Time to go fuck up some gnolls at the rune. It's rune time. It's rune time.
I like to imagine that Rexley is just like, you want some bones? And he's just like pulling out infinite swords.
Bone. Try infinite.
It's like, you get a ceremonial sword, you get a ceremonial sword, everyone gets ceremonial swords.
Oh, he's the ultimate ceremonial swords. Hell yeah.
Or, you know, I could just go for the ceremonial scythe.
Ooh.
Oh.
That seems like it would stab me. Because it's in your hands, not mine.
Well, no, you would have a scythe, but it's basically useless because it's not an actual version of mine.
It just looks cool.
My goodness.
We're becoming death-defying.
Death-defying.
I hope you're very familiar with the Dewey Decimal System. Ow, that was me getting slapped by the book again. That little slap that you heard. Like, getting slapped by the book. Book proficiencies, goddammit.
I mean, she's been using that since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Book status is pretty high on that one.
Anywho, so what are you guys doing?
We're going to the root.
I'm going.
We're gonna go check out the root to get the root.
And destroy some, you know, gnolls.
Yeah,
Like there.
if they're there. Again, I did
You
not
guys
say
get a
they
bunch
were
of guns and walk with them holding them sideways towards the
Hell yeah.
ruins.
There. Oh hell yeah, we're gangsters now.
Or the
All the
mafia.
slimes are bouncing behind
don't
you,
hate
and
me
it kind
'cause
of
I'm
ruins
beautiful,
the epicness of it. Actually, no, they're rolling. They're rolling. It's fine.
Man, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, my friend. If you got rid of that yee ass haircut, you get some bitches on your dick. Better yet, maybe Teresa would call your dog ass and stop fucking with that surgeon or lawyer she'd be fucking with.
What?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you bringing up this meme right now?
Because it's a good meme, and you just made me a gangster with the guns pointed sideways, so I'm going to be a
All
gangster.
right, I took. You don't have guns anymore.
Huh?
Gorsaif ate your guns.
Damn it.
You don't have guns anymore.
Aww. I
Canonically,
Gorsaif
though,
is
Raxley
good.
does have the deal with it glasses, though.
use minor illusion
what?
to make a
As an action, you can put on the deal with it glasses.
as an action.
Target. All targets within a certain radius have to make a wisdom saving throw or are enraged by you.
Oh, it actually does shit. I was gonna say it should be a bonus action, so whenever he does something cool, he puts it on. But like,
Yeah, you have to make a performance check or something. I'll make an actual item later.
hell yeah, he actually
Yeah.
has deal with glasses. I was not aware that this was really a thing.
Yeah, and Mufu can echolocate. Yeah.
Oh, she's a dolphin.
What?
Bat? What the fuck?
I'm a dolphin.
Dude, make dolphin noise. Go.
What?
I don't know how he's like. That's like something like that. I don't know.
Neko, you know what's great? that's the sound that Schlatt made. He's like, I'm a dolphin. What? Anyways.
I knew the thing.
He do the thing.
Everyone make a perception check
Shit.
as you're walking across the field.
Do. Time to use your eyes. Fuck.
Jin trips and falls in the grass.
Ow.
No.
God damn it, I rolled a 4. Like,
Oh, okay, that's not that bad. If you rolled a crit fail, I would have made you fall into the grass and then get lost.
Ah! Ah!
How do I get out? How do I get out? Just stand up.
It's too
I
tall.
rolled a 23.
I can do it.
You rolled a 23? Jesus Christ, your eyes are huge. You have the eye on Siron over there? Like,
Well, he
what?
put on the
Glasses
glasses so he could
on.
see really well.
wait.
Glasses on.
Oh, yeah, no, the dope glasses. The dope glasses make.
You see several things. You do see that some of the gnolls have pulled away from their defensive positions amongst the ruins. You see several other things. You see far away on a trail, just like pretty much on the entire other side of the ruins, you see a dust cloud, which you assume to be an approaching cart. You do see that there is a bit a ways away from the ruins a bit. There seems to be a well, and there's a small group of people surrounding around it. But that's basically what you see. Jin sees the road.
Huh. This is the direction we need to go.
Good job.
Thanks. I actually kind of feel nice that she praised me for that. Feel kind of nice.
You guys are having to like walk, not like march over there because the slimes are a little slow. Unless you guys want to pick up the slimes and carry them or something.
Oh, we can throw them.
What time of day is it? Can we tell?
It's afternoon.
It's afternoon. Okay.
The sun is starting to set. It's not really evening
right.
just yet, but
well, depending on how
close.
far it is, I suppose.
You're hoping to make a quick grocery run before the sun goes down.
Quick grocery run. Okay. If it doesn't, we do need to get a long rest in at some point because that would be very nice.
Yeah, you need a bonfire. It's a good place to rest.
Rest. You can save your souls or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
My soul's already automatically saved.
Good joke. You get a point of inspiration.
Woo!
Why am I even playing the bar? Baby, I'm always inspired.
All right, just
Baby.
for that, you lose a point of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop.
I need to start awarding you guys for creative play with points of inspiration. I should be doing that. Also, at any point in time, if you guys do have a point of inspiration, you can give it to another player whenever you want. But probably when they do something cool or whatever. And not just when they need to succeed on an attack or whatever, you know. But yes, those are the things. Those are the points of interest that you see. Is that the current guard of gnolls that you had seen previously on your previous time here, just a couple hours ago, is that the gnolls that seem to be guarding the passageways in are not this far out. You're not sure if they're further in or whatnot, but
they must be planning a trap of some sort, maybe, like kind of like Scorch Tactic, maybe, like where they pull back and then if we push forward, that's our fault. We should be more alert. Just be safe about it. Keep close eyes out for like traps, tripwires.
What do you mean by Scorch Tactic?
Oh, Scorch Tactic is what the Russians used against the Nazis when they advanced into Russia. They would burn all their crops and all the plants around the area, so you couldn't farm the area, and all the animals would be burnt. So if they pushed up, they couldn't make solid camp. And since they pushed up so far in, it caused like lots of problems of escorting food and people out and surviving. It was nice.
Good times.
Oh,
That's what you get for trying to invade Russia during winter.
Yeah. We also use bodies as sandbags. Good Russian tactic there.
Nothing goes to waste.
All right.
Nothing goes to waste.
What are you guys doing? You're discussing the situation. Raxley, do you tell them what you see about the...
Of course.
You tell them about the well and the approaching wagon.
We should...
You assume that from the distance and probably the pace of the wagon, unless it's going super fast or whatever, the wagon would probably make it to Colheen, by sundown.
That's the traveling cart wagon, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Seems to be coming up from the east-ish, southeast maybe. It's not like coming directly from Rogueport, but it's sort of venturing around the ruins.
Oh, I see. Okay then.
Yeah.
We'll be aware of that.
Yep.
Try not to maybe keep a close eye on it, because if it does get ambushed, we should probably be prepared for that.
Yeah,
Or
I'm just trying to
that.
point out things of interest. You're like in an open field where there's nothing else to see, except a well that seems to be some people gathered around.
Okay. Are we at the ruin, or?
I mean, you're getting pretty close, and this well is not one that Colheen uses. This is like closer towards the ruins. It's like pretty far away.
Like, how far off course would this be? Like, would it take like too long for us to go over and then go to the ruin, or?
No. I mean, it's several yards away. It's on top of sort of a rolling hill, but
You guys want to like check it out? Maybe there are some like plants or answers anywhere. I mean, I feel like there isn't any nook and cranny that we shouldn't be checking out and looking around just in case.
As you say that, Gorsaif flies back down and he says, "So, you know that one guy that was causing issues yesterday? He's over there cackling like a maniac."
Which guy?
Yeah, the big round one with the glasses and the big stash. I don't remember his name.
All right. Now that's become a point of interest. Let's get the fuck over there. I'm gonna start running.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go.
the last
go, I
you
guess.
heard of him, he was supposed to have been taken to the pit by the Knolls, but you assume that Matt and whatever other crew helped him or whatever.
Yeah. And while that's happening, I will draw my falchion.
Yep. As you make your way over towards the well, it's pretty run down, hasn't been used, but it does seem to be an old waterway. And you see Dr. Ivo just cackling like a maniacal man. He's like, "Ha ha ha, flushed him down the toilet."
What?
And he seems to have some sort of machine hooked up towards something, dumping something into the well. And there's several other mechanical looking warriors surrounding him.
Huh. Ah.
Oh.
Huh. Okay. How do we approach this?
Shatter.
We probably should. Doing it stealthily probably wouldn't do much besides give us information. But how many warriors is he surrounded by?
3. One of them
Three
seems to be working the thing, and the other 2 are just sort of standing there. They are not armed, though.
Huh.
But they do
Okay.
seem to be golems or constructs of some kind.
Alright. We should be careful because whether or not they be unarmed, we still don't know exactly what those things could do. So just be on high alert in terms of that. And remember, it looks kind of robotic, kind of like Proto, so some magics may not work on it. Specifically mine, but
You never know.
you never know. Alright. I got an idea. I don't know how smart it is.
Let's hear it.
I have the ever-smoking bottle. I could toss it over there, and maybe I can try to kind of get through it and see if I can grab this guy and hold him down. Get some answers out of him.
Sure.
I bet. I'm going to use the ever-smoking bottle that I have and toss it over there and let's get some magic done.
All right, go ahead and make a ranged attack for me.
Okay. That's 19, but it was cocked, so I'm gonna roll that again. That's still okay. I don't think I add any bonuses to that, but
No, it's just a straight up ranged
Okay.
attack. What'd you get?
15.
Yeah, that's good enough. You basically lob it over there. It actually like bonks one of the golems on the head and then lands on the ground and starts rolling. And you hear a sort of crack, but it seems to be still smoking, and it's starting to roll a little bit down the hill, but then it stops, and it's just sort of making this plume of smoke that's sort of getting blown away in the wind, but it's completely distracting them.
Ah, all right. I'm gonna make a move and try to stealthily sneak by these robots to get to the Dr. Eggmans.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check.
All right. Ooh, nice. Ah, come on, please. Oh, that's right. Stealth. I have 22.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'm gonna sneak up on them, and then you just go flat on your face, and then just start snaking all the way up through this sort of short grass. I'm a snake.
I'm
a snake.
like a snake.
You actually see some of the slime start following you, and like the fire one is like burning some of the grass, leaving a trail behind you, and I think like Mufu has to like, hey, no, stop, come back, and like keep the slimes from following you. But yeah, you easily sneak up directly behind them as I think you like roll and then hide behind the machine, and everyone is turned away from you. Like, check that out. And one of the golems walks over and picks up the bottle, and he turns and says, "It seems to be an ever-smoking bottle, common magic item."
I'm a fucking grab the egg boy.
You're gonna... Okay.
Fucking grab the egg boy. I'm gonna grab the egg, man.
I'm gonna grab that egg boy.
I'm gonna grab the egg boy.
So, you are going to break out of your hiding spot, run up into the middle of these three golems, and hug this fat man.
Well, like, all right. The plan is.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds stupid.
No, the plan is I'm gonna pull out my dagger, rush him, grab him, and then hold the dagger to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my karambit deck, because that one seems like it's magically special. In some sort of way.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say roll initiative, everybody.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I think you run up, put the knife to his throat, and say, "All right, everybody freeze," and they all like transform their arms into guns, and then Gorsipe just lands on top of one of them, bites its head off, and just like completely throws it aside. And I assumed Raxley also had some attack planned?
Yeah. Rage has this same plan every time.
I was hoping we all had a plan here. I wasn't just gonna run in there and be like, "Hey, look at me," you know.
Well, that's what you said. That's what you did.
I mean, literally, I can do a Shatter Spell from 120 feet away.
Yep, you are easily within that range. What does that do again?
It's the same thing as Thunder Wave, but it's a D8 more and it's ranged.
And you can choose targets not to take damage?
Let's see. Last time I checked, Shatter didn't have a selective property.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it just did damage in a radius and didn't care who it used it against.
Jen will die.
Yeah, Mufu's right next to you, as are all the slimes.
Let's see. Each creature within a 10-foot radius of the sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save.
Oh, so you can choose a location. It doesn't come from you.
Yeah,
So you could have sent it in there before Jin put himself in harm's way.
exactly.
But it probably would have killed the human and not the iron golems.
Well, a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving.
Oh, okay.
A non-magical object that isn't more.
Yeah.
A non-magical object that is nothing
mentioned
more or
it.
carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
Ashton, he literally suggested this, and then you're like, no, wait, hold on, let me sneak up, and then just left. So
I did.
Said it.
he literally did. So I think we're
Oh, it's
in
your fault.
we're in action right now. Let's not return to medium res. Let's just keep going with the scene as it
It
is.
happened.
What's happening? What did you want to have anything else planned? We could roll initiative if you want.
Well, I figured holding a dagger to their commander's throat would not allow them to shoot me. That's what I imagined.
I'm gonna let this go as a surprise round, and then depending on what you guys do, we'll see how that goes from there.
I mean,
I feel like when I make you guys roll initiative, that really cuts down on the sort of speaking aspect of it, which I assume is what you're trying to do at this point. So they have pulled their guns on you. One of them has just been taken down by Gore Scythe. What else are you guys doing?
There's the other two.
I was gonna say, can I cast Shatter and hit the other two in the machine without hitting him?
No.
Darn.
I could take the damage. It's
Single?
fine.
I mean,
Fine.
I'd like you to go ahead and make a grapple check real quick, Jen. So go ahead and roll an attack. I guess you're using your knife,
Athletics.
but you're
Yes.
doing it non-lethal. So just go ahead and make an attack with your knife.
Son of a fucking whore.
You got a 4?
No, I got a 7.
That does not hit his AC. You spring up from the shadows and you're like, all right, nobody move. And then they pull their guns on you. And I think that's when Gorsythe comes and just takes one of them out. And Dr. Destructo, or whatever his name is, I keep forgetting, starts cackling. Well, look like you got yourself in a bit of a pickle here. Are you Rick, perchance? And he folds his hands behind his back, and he's just kind of grinning down at you maniacally as the two other golems are advancing towards you.
I don't
And
even
then
know what
he
that
loses his
means.
composure as he realizes that the third one has just disappeared. Like, wait, hold on. I had 3 of you.
I don't even know what that means. Who the fuck is Rick? Do I have it? Don't have it.
You like tried to wrap your arm around him, but he's like so big that you just like you couldn't. You realize that he's actually like a head taller than you, so you had to like try and reach up to grab his neck or whatever, and he's got those long legs and massive thigh gap.
Massive thigh gap.
Mhm.
Wow.
He
That's
turns, he's like, "What's that?" And he absolutely just smashes you with his belly and like knocks you back.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Jim, if you're gonna say you're gonna be fine with the damage, I will use Shatter.
Bet. Let's go.
But the guy, she died.
It's all good. I'll survive.
Yep.
What is that?
I'll be fine. It's okay.
I'm gonna cry.
Actually, if you
Alright.
want to coordinate with Gorsythe could probably grab Jin, lift him up in the air.
That sounds like a good idea.
I like that. Go ahead and cast your damage.
Any creatures in that area need to make a con save. I'm
Okay.
assuming the golems are made of inorganic material, which means they need to make it at disadvantage.
Yep. The vice automatically fails, so it's just gonna take all that damage. Wow, that's a nat 20,
But at
and that's a nat
disadvantage.
1.
Yay!
So the
The
first
one-
roll was
the
for
one-
the doctor, so he did
fail.
save, and then the other one was for the other two, which you can't get lower than a crit 1, so they instantly just shatter and burst apart, and they're, for all intents and purposes, junk at this point.
And
But,
the doctor takes.
The doctor pulls out his earplugs and he's like, "What on earth? What the frick just happened?"
What the?
The doctor takes.
Nah. Oh my
7
flip!
damage.
He takes what?
7 damage.
Yep. You see it like just absolutely ripple through his belly, and he's like, "Oh."
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, and are you doing anything, Mufu?
I can't do anything with that.
Say, don't you have a bow?
Well,
She does, but she's got her hands full of fluffy animals.
can I put him down? He can walk.
She could always stick Paloof on him.
Yep. I think at this point, Gorfscythe lands Jin back down in the grass, and you all sort of surround the doctor as his machine just absolutely sputters and dies, and it's also trashed. And actually, some of the old stone that was just sort of stacked up, not even mortared in place to make the well top, has also just been blown over.
I'm gonna put my dagger away and pull out my short sword.
All right, which one?
The falchion, because I threw the other one away.
All right, not the bone sword.
Oh, do I have a bone sword? What
Yeah.
the fuck? I forgot
Yes, you
where I got.
were given a ceremonial bone sword.
Oh, that sword. Oh my.
It will have negative to damage, but it'll give you advantage on intimidation.
Oh. Huh. I'm gonna not, and I'm gonna pull out my falchion.
Jin slowly resheaths his sword and pulls out the bone sword. Wait, have you seen The Road to El Dorado? Like,
Yes, I
a
have.
quick and painless death. Not with that. This one.
This one. Yeah.
Yep.
Bone sword. But not bone sword. Not actual falchion. Okay.
He's like, "What in the blazes are you doing here?" And he actually, he's still standing there with his arms behind his back, but then Goroscythe growls at him and he raises up his hands in surrender.
Oh, you know, we were just around the neighborhood.
As was I. And he
Yes.
straightens his glasses. I was tending to the water care of your village down there, just making sure that it was good order.
Really? How kind of you? How kind of you? Anyway, what the fuck are you doing?
He just said it.
Mufu, he's didn't act. What are you fucking doing?
Make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna
Shall I assist?
I do the disadvantage because Mufu was like, but wait, he just told us. Ooh, heck yeah. Heck yeah! Where's intimidation? There it is. Holy shit. What the fuck? Alright, 24.
Oh,
Yeah, he is completely surrounded, and he is like, "All right, you caught me. I was tending to your gardens down there, trying to poison the water hole."
You fucking ass.
that's not funny.
You were fucking you're poisoning the fucking food supply?
All's fair in war.
That's fucking sick. You're a sick person. I hope you understand that. Secondly, more important, you seem to have a very high interest in whatever the fuck I am, so I have a feeling you had something to do with whatever happened to me. And what the fuck would that be?
He looks at you, confused. What?
Back over when I was trying to get Medivh to come back to Kulheen. You came here and acted like I was a special fucking experiment to you. What the fuck's with that?
Well, from time to time, Matt does bring me certain individuals so I can test on them. I had no idea he had brought me such a special specimen. Tell me, what is it about you that makes you so intriguing? And he leans over and he's brushing his mustache between his fingers.
I don't like
My dick's fucking 10 inches long. That's the most interesting
Make a
thing you'll probably
deception
find.
check.
it. No, it's not.
Mufu.
What?
With a disadvantage, since Mufu just...
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Lupo.
Oh, it actually did make it crit. I'm not trying to... It doesn't matter. We don't really need him to believe that it was mostly an intimidating comment. It was mostly an asshole
What
comment.
did you
I got a
roll?
12.
What did
I
you
rolled a
roll?
12. I got a 12.
Alright. I was gonna say, if you got really small, that would be... Your dick shrinks.
Rolling that one, my dick goes even deeper. Like,
He stands up and he says, I'm not intimidated by you. I know this one person that I had to fight before.
doesn't fucking matter. I got
He
nothing
was a
interesting in
bitch
your
ass
story.
motherfucker. And he said his dick was this big. And he like holds out his arms like to the full extent that he can reach.
Didn't need to know that.
I must be uncomfortable.
Either way. Either way. I feel like you got some fucking bad intentions here. Why are you trying to fucking poison the water hole here?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would. And I'm gonna hold my sword to his throat.
Just ask.
I'm gonna
I'm kind of an idiot.
Mufu, I feel like you probably shouldn't.
As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, he clicks something against his belt, and then jetpack appears on his back, and he flies off, and he's like, "You'll never catch me!"
A fucking whore! God damn it! You fuck! I'm gonna fucking point a finger at him. No, Eldritch blast at his ass.
I'm gonna point a finger at him. Alright, make a ranged spell attack.
Fuck. 24. 62 bits.
32 bits. 18 bits. 4 bits. 2 bits.
Okay.
I do need you to make it with disadvantage because he is flying away at high speeds.
It's also an Eldritch blast, so this is like happening out of my intention.
Right.
Okay, that works then. 16.
Yeah, you raise your finger and you try to will this thing to happen, and it doesn't really work.
Okay. That's fine. That's alright.
But you're still so angry and pissed, and then you hear a and you see like an explosion happen, and he starts shooting off sideways, which is not supposed to happen, and he just goes careening across the skyline.
What?
I was gonna say, if that didn't work, I was
That
gonna
can
say, shall I try my own?
Did I do that?
Gorfside
like I
walks
did
up to you and he's like, I'll teach you how to do that better.
I don't.
I don't want to be taught by the Eldritch Dragon.
Trust the dragon.
I want an
I
Eldritch
can
blast to
help
happen.
you, little
I want
boy.
an Eldritch blast to happen. I want an Eldritch blast to happen, but like my character doesn't know how these spells work or how they're doing anything. So I'm I'm just trying to say, will this happen right now, basically?
Yeah. You tried to use your anger to your advantage, and you did something, but it wasn't what you were going for.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
And then
Well,
from the distance you hear, looks like Dr. Ivo's blasting off again.
shut up!
is he out of sight, or like is he
Yeah,
still within range
he's
for us
like
to-
disappearing off into the clouds. You can tell that he had like a direction, and he's going like the exact opposite direction, and he's like shooting up and out of control. He's like spiraling a little bit. He's using way too much fuel, and you're pretty sure that he's gonna either explode like a spectacular firework, or he's gonna run out of gas and then just fall to his death.
All right then. Fucking got away. I mean, I guess showing that he had a path direction going the opposite away might slow him down a bit, but not for long. We at least know now that the water supply is being poisoned, so it'd be a good idea to tell Sky Kuno and everyone that that's the situation. It doesn't seem like with that interaction we have enough time to check the runes. We can check it tomorrow. I'm tired as fuck anyway.
You need to stop swearing so much. Just saying.
Well, we needed to tie up all those loose ends. I didn't want to leave people hanging, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that only took a couple
really, like,
minutes. You still got
Destroy the
time.
machine.
Okay. Well, we can check the rune if we have that time then.
Yeah, I'd say it's about like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
All right.
Not super
Let's-
late.
Let's check the rune quickly. Then we'll bring that information back. Be good idea. All right. We all in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Yee. Also, Mufu,
Yeah.
look at me.
Uh-huh.
Look at me. You did great.
Okay.
You did really good with the intimidation tactic. I like that.
I didn't do anything.
I feel like you.
I thought you were
no,
gonna be
did-
like, honey, please don't tell the big bad guy that my penis is small.
Actually,
But I
hold
don't
on.
like lying.
Now that that's in my mind, what do you know about that?
Gorslave
You didn't
starts
tell me
walking
how you
away.
think
I am
how
not
I'm
a part of
girl,
this
so I'm not going to
conversation.
tell you anything either.
Was it when I was knocked out?
You will never know. Let's go. Yeah, work for it.
That's just great.
That's
That's not what I wanted. Is she lying? Is she lying? She has to be lying. There's no way she saw me naked. There's no way.
What if I did? Ooh.
Oh,
Maybe I did.
I don't think so.
I might have. Maybe I did.
No.
Well, maybe I did. I
Yeah,
probably
no.
did.
No way. There's no absolute way. She wouldn't do it purposefully. Maybe she did it on
Well-
accident. Maybe there was like a situation where it was like, oh no, we gotta take off his clothes because there was an injury in this vital area, and it's like, oh no, there's his penis or something. Maybe it was something like that. It couldn't have been on
She
purpose.
did say
couldn't
she
have- no.
wanted
Okay.
kids.
She did. Oh no. No.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Then I'm
Get out of the
pregnant.
line. I'm gonna slap myself. I'm gonna slap myself. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about that. And the runes. I'm gonna keep walking.
You're slapping yourself, and then you see Craig on Mufu's shoulder, and he says, "Just deal with it."
How are you talking? You're a frog.
He's
Brett.
magic.
I'm gonna keep walking.
You just imagine that you imagined it.
I imagined it.
Yep.
I can't. My head's spinning.
He's just like, she's right, you know. All right, you're heading to the ruins.
Yes, we are.
All right, how are you approaching this situation?
I suppose just up front, blunt situation. We're not
Yep.
trying to sneak. I don't think we're trying to sneak around because
Nope.
if there are gnolls over there, we're not trying to hide from them.
You heading in one of the main streets then, or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. What's the order of the group? Who's in front or whatever? What's the?
I'd imagine that Raxi and Gorosith would be behind me and Mufu, who are probably casually like walking next to
I
each
want to be
other.
at the front.
All right.
Okay.
The green
Well,
slime is rolling right
Mufu.
next to Mufu.
All right. I'll be just standing behind Mufu then.
The purple one's getting really tired and I think wants to be carried at this point. The blue one is also sort of skitting around. The red one's still raring to go. He wants to get a piece of action.
I'll pick up the purple one if it will allow me.
Yep, it's very grateful. It's very tired.
All right. I'll hold him.
All right.
Actually, I'll put him in my hood.
Adorable.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
He's sitting there.
Who's keeping watch as you're entering, or
Probably.
do you all want to make
and
perception
himself.
checks individually, or?
I suppose it would just be perception checks individually.
Yep,
I'd
I
imagine
guess.
we're all keeping
Yeah, that's
watch
fine.
and vigilancy. Gotta stay up on.
I assume that you're all looking around in different directions, so everyone make a different perception check.
Yeah.
Gorosith is also flying around, so I'll do one for him.
Yay! I finally got a good.
25.
Jesus fuck! How big are your eye holes? That's 19.
The glasses. It's my glasses. I got 16.
I mean, I rolled a 19, so I have a +6 to perception.
Yep.
Oh, sick.
What did Mufu get?
15.
And what did Jin get?
I got 19.
Yep. You can see that there, up ahead, there are gnolls sort of hiding in outcroppings and like preparing to do like a sneak attack or whatever, but they're like poking their heads out and like, yeah, come on, come closer.
Come on, just a little bit closer. Come on.
Whereas previously they were sort of just milling and roaming about, you can tell that now that they are sort of in position and prepared for, they're basically laying in wait for you guys.
It's not like they got alerted by the gigantic boom.
Yep. Well, it seemed that they were already alerted from your previous invasion earlier this morning.
Oh, that's not good. All right, keep your heads in play here for a second. Don't act too suspicious. Raxby, do you think you can do anything about that situation? Got any magic hands?
Depends on what you want.
I don't think we want anything too loud and obnoxious, but something that can get like a good group surprise on them, you know?
Well, I can't do groups without being loud.
Well, how loud are you being? My basic need is that we don't set the forest on fire.
Well,
There aren't really any trees around. This is mostly old stone. There's like moss and I mean there are trees growing here, but they're very sparse. Pretty much the stone has basically destroyed all of the. There's no really fields of grass in here because it's just all stone at this point.
Okay.
Stone ground, stone walls. There are flammable stuff around. I mean, there are some constructs where they've like barricaded stuff up and whatnot, but for the most part, you're not going to start a forest fire here, or even a field grass fire here.
You know, I might decimate, some of the forest trees, but that's about it.
All right.
You can see that there is like one gnoll hiding up in a tree. He's got a club. He doesn't even have a bow, and he's just sort of sitting up there. It's not even a good spot that he would jump down from. He would just have to climb back down, but he's deciding to hide up there.
So, like, can we tell how many gnolls are around? Like,
oh yeah, I mean, there. You get the sense that there's going to be lots of gnolls around, but immediately up ahead, there's about 6.
it's about 6. Okay.
6
And
or
one's
so.
in the tree, and one's in the tree, and I imagine like 3 or 2 on each side, you know?
Yeah, there's one hiding under like a collapsed pillar, just
Mhm.
just an absolute hiding spot, not an ambush spot. And there's one standing behind a pillar, but he's like also sticking out a little bit. You know, very bad hiding spots.
Hmm. Okay.
You can actually hear them from this distance. They're like sort of growling and like you get the sense that they were told to plan an ambush, but they're not really designed for stealth.
I see. Hmm. I suppose. Like, are there any like grouped up together that like Raxi could probably take out with a spell?
I mean, they're all pretty close together. This entire roadway is about I want to say 12 feet wide, but there's like lots of stuff like sort of thrown about. There's like a tree that's broken up sort of off to the side along the walls. So there's lots of rubble and debris that they can sort of maneuver around. This is not difficult terrain. There's just sort of lots of cover, basically.
I mean, there is plenty of room for me.
Yeah.
All right.
My spell only needs literally 10 feet.
So what is the spell you're using here?
Shatter.
Same spell.
Yeah.
Shatter.
You could easily get them all if you wanted to.
That'd be a good move. I say that's a good move. I say that's fair. Mufu, are you able to shoot the guy in the tree you see up there? That guy?
I can try.
You actually look up and he's not in the tree anymore.
Oh,
That's not good.
I can't do anything anymore.
And then you see his body slowly getting dragged into the distance, and Gorsive is also not around.
Oh.
And as you look around, there's like the numbers of they're slowly dwindling as you're just like having this conversation.
Because Scorch is getting bored.
All right.
Yes.
I
grow tired of your meaningless squabblings.
Okay. I'm going to let's do that. We'll do Shatter, and I'll run in there and I'll start a ruckus, and we'll start fighting these guys based on how well that goes.
You cast this area of effect spell, and I'll run in and get hurt.
Not at the same time, obviously.
I mean, I could literally cast Eldritch Blast.
You can?
Yeah. I took Spell Sniper.
Oh.
That's why I could shoot Shatter from 120 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh. That's pretty crazy. But still, you should probably do an area effect spell to get them all injured, and then I can go in there and start mashing shit up.
Sure. So I will cast Shatter. Anything inorganic, it's disadvantage, and any objects that are unattended are damaged also.
Okay. And what sort of save is this?
It's Con.
Constitution.
My save is 14.
The DC is 14?
Yeah.
No.
No? What?
So, how much damage do they take?
Let me roll that. Sorry. I'm doing dishes.
No, you're good.
It's not what I'm looking for. Come on. This. They take 13 damage.
Okay, yeah. Raxley raises his hand into the air and motions, and you actually see a shadow sort of dart off and away from it, and you assume that Gorsive is getting the heck out of there real quick as this sort of resonance begins and then shoots out from the center, and it knocks all of the gnolls back from their hiding spots, and they're all visible now. And you can see that the sort of structures around that were sort of loose and already decrepit before have suddenly started to crumble and crush in. And actually, the one that was hiding underneath of a fallen pillar is just absolutely crushed, and you assume just completely dead. There are 4 gnolls left, and they are barely standing on your feet.
Gotta love AoEs.
Yep.
All right, I'll pull out my short sword. And
Everyone,
I'll
go ahead and
run
roll
over-
initiative, because that was your surprise round.
I got 11.
All right.
15. Me and Mufu roll same thing.
Oh, she got the same thing. Who has
rolled
the
15.
higher modifier?
I do. I would imagine. Mufu, what's your modifier? I guess
+3.
mine is 3.
All right. What's your proficiencies? I guess they'd be the same.
I mean, doesn't it, like, when you roll the same initiative, you just technically go at the same time?
That's true.
Or
You
you
guys get to
roll-
choose who goes first.
Or you could do a roll off and see who goes first.
I was gonna say that because Jin said that he wanted to rush in, I was gonna let him go first.
Yeah, he can
Sure.
go first, I don't mind.
I thought, okay. I thought how that worked is if you rolled the same initiative, you would just be going at the same time, basically. So the turns will take place. The turns will take place. It doesn't matter who says what they do first. It just will happen at the same time.
Right. Well, this is all pretty much bullet time anyway, so you would have to describe what you did, and then she would have to describe what she did. So it doesn't matter who goes what or whatever. You're both going at 15. I'm just gonna have
Alright.
you go first instead of her.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll initiative for the gnolls now. That's dog. Alright, cool. The gnolls are probably gonna get killed before they get a chance to do anything. That's okay. I'm gonna roll for the slimes. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright.
This
They're
slime
probably
was
dead.
first.
They actually do. So here's what happens. The gnolls are absolutely rocked off their feet. They're thrown out of their hiding spots, and they're slowly standing up. And I think one of them is just sort of on the ground, and then he gets hit in the face by the red one and just starts yelping and screaming, and just he throws his weapon aside and just starts scratching on his face, and he's like trying to get this thing off of his face, and he takes just a whole bunch of fire damage. Yep, he actually goes down, but not before bumping into a whole bunch of stuff and making a mess and distracting everyone. The blue one is actually going to jump on top of the green one and whip out a lash of energy and pulls in one of the nearby gnolls for, okay, not that much damage. It is bloodied and knocked prone and within melee range of the entire party now, though. And the purple one is going to hop onto your shoulder and give you advantage for whatever you do, Jin. And the green one is going to take a defensive position in front of Mufu.
Oh. All right.
Do we need to take
That
a
works.
break? I forgot to ask you guys if you wanted to take a break.
I mean, I'm sitting.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'd like to use the bathroom soon, but that's just me, so.
Okay. I'm good. Leaves. I'm back. Wait, how was your break?
I hit the wrong button.
Alright, Jin, it's now your turn.
Okay. What is
There-
the null situation?
There is
Null
one
situation.
beaten and bloodied gnoll directly in front of you. There are 2 more sort of at a distance that are just sort of rocked from the situation and not truly feeling it.
All right, no problem. I'll just attack the one that's already bloodied and beaten in front of me to kill it.
Alright, go ahead and make a melee attack with advantage because it's prone.
I will use my short sword. Of course. 7.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's
shit.
prone.
Fuck you. 8.
you're like, haha, I'm just gonna finish this one off, and you just stab right between its like fingers, and you're like, wait, hold on, and then you do it again, and you're just like, screw it, and then just start playing the hand game with it, like stabbing the ground in between its fingers.
God.
Ah.
All right, are you
Yes.
doing anything else on your turn?
Well, sadly, I can't really do anything else.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think the purple one gives you a jolt of inspiration, and you get to do another attack.
Oh. Then
Yeah, you sacrifice your movement, but you can do an attack.
All right. I'm gonna attack again then, I guess.
Sure.
Short sword attack.
Triple advantage.
Triple it. That one was. Am I rolling at advantage or?
No.
Okay. Then that one was a 23.
All right, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
What I want to do. What I want to do is play the little knife game with his hand as I was doing, then flourish the sword and chop his hand off, and then mid flourish after the hand gets chopped off, slice his neck, and then
Yeah, you you start playing with his hands, and he's absolutely terrified. Then you chop his hands off, and he screams and grabs his hand. And in his last moments of pain and desperation, you kill him. You monster.
Mm-hmm.
You
Then
play with
I
him,
shall
and then
I shall flourish the sword back and forth in front of me and look at the other two gnolls. And
go ahead and make a performance check.
I will. Yeah. Where is it? Where are they? There they are. Okay, I'll make a performance check. Where is the? There it is. Oh. It's 10, but you know.
Yep, they sort of look at you, and they're kind of like, huh? All right, it's Mufu's turn.
Oh no, wait. That wasn't the point of me flourishing. It's
You're distracting them.
no, I'm doing a defensive flourish.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, let's see. My speed is increased by 10 feet when I perform a defensive flourish. So I don't know if I'm allowed to move now 10 more feet.
Sure,
But-
I'll let you move
Okay.
10 more feet. You are now in melee range of the other two gnolls, and it's the end of your turn.
If a weapon attack hits, you can expend barter. Okay, deal extra damage. Number. You also add the number to that AC. Okay. So my bardic inspiration die is a D6. Nice. My AC is now 21.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I have done. Defensive flourish.
It is now Mufu's turn.
I'm just gonna shoot at one of them.
All right. You're going to have to roll with disadvantage because you're shooting through Jin.
Okay.
But go ahead and make a ranged attack.
22.
Yep. That absolutely hits. Which one are you going for? The one on the left or the right?
Doesn't matter really. On the left, I guess.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
8.
Yeah, where are you hitting it?
The head?
Yep, you sink it right between the eyes, and it's like reeling back in pain, and it just falls to the ground and starts squirming. It's still alive? Question mark? It is now Raxley's turn.
Options. What is I will Eldritch Blast one of them.
All right. I assume you're doing the one on the right.
Sure.
All right.
A dirty 20. Does that hit?
Yes.
Or 1 force damage?
How much?
1.
Yeah, you're like, all right, Jin, this is how you do it, and you shoot out a black dart that just smacks the gnoll right in the face, and it goes, ow!
Oh.
And it's the
Wait, no,
it's
I
the
still have soul counters, so that would have been 5 actually.
you doing anything else in your turn?
Don't have the ability to cast any other spells, so I'm good.
Okay. Yep, that's good enough for me. You are all right. Sure. Then it's the Knoll's turn, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna look at all of you, see how massively outnumbered he is, look down at his spiked warhammer, and he's gonna make a ranged attack at you, Jin. Even though
Alright.
you're right next to him, he's gonna throw his weapon and then run.
Isn't that like a disadvantage? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see.
He also just triggered 3 attacks of opportunity.
Well, Mufu and Raxley are not within melee range of him.
I is
Sure.
though.
Yep. He throws his warhammer and it absolutely misses you. And then he's gonna turn and run.
All right. Do I get an attack of opportunity on that?
Yes.
Okay. Then as I'm flourishing and watch the hammer miss, I guess I'll flourish into an attack here and I'll swing it. Oh, nice. Nat 1.
Yeah, you go to poke him and you actually trip over the body of the squirreling gnoll that's still beside you, and you get knocked to your knees, so your speed is reduced, so you can't chase after him as he runs off deeper into the ruins. But he's about
Oh,
actually what's his speed? His speed is 30 feet. Okay, yeah, so he runs 30 feet away from you guys. It is back to the top of the order with the slimes, and the red one is going to start hopping after him, but can't reach him. And the blue one jumps over onto the gnoll that's still alive and zaps him, and he's down and out. And then look up at you, and it is now your turn, Jin.
Alright, I'm prone, yeah?
Yeah, you can go ahead and stand up, though.
Okay. Do a little big
It
jump
sacrifices half your movement.
up. Right. Do a big jump up. I guess through Raxi's example of an Eldritch Blast, I guess I'll try it then.
All right.
Alright, see if I can do this. Tis 16.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. I need this one. Yeah. 9.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. I guess it will be the attempt of the spell being pushed out, and I'll hold my hand out and focus it in, and then I'll shoot it out, and I want it to blow off his half of his stomach area, and just go right through him to just knock him onto the ground.
Yeah. As this energy swirls around your hand, and you get a better grasp of it now, as you've seen it be cast by a more experienced magician, it shoots out from your fingertips, sinks into the back of this gnoll, and then it stumbles to a stop, and it just stands there, and then its chest just explodes, and then it falls over onto its face.
Not gonna get used to that. Okay.
It is now Mufu's turn. We are still in initiative. You wanna?
anyone left?
Do you want to walk up, Mufu, or?
Yeah, sure.
Because you are in dungeon territory, we're just gonna stay in initiative as you continue to progress.
Alright.
I assume you just want to spend your movement to walk up to Jin.
Yep.
Alright, that's fine. And the green one follows suit. Raxley, your turn. You doing anything special?
Unless there's something there to kill, I'm probably following them.
Nope.
I'm gathering
You
salt.
actually see Gorsaif appear from the shadows, and he's standing on top of one of the tallest pillars, and he's looking around, and he's like, "Ooh, this should be fun." And 7 more gnolls appear from out of the woodwork, and now have your party surrounded.
Ah.
You think this is too much fun?
And one of the gnolls is gonna run charging up behind Raxley and try to attack him, and Gorsaif absolutely just tackles and just destroys him. You actually see like the stone crunch and crack as this gnoll just gets taken to Pound Town by Gorsaif, and he does okay. And then as his second attack, he's going to bite his face off for yep, and then yep. Gorsaif just eviscerates this one directly behind you. And then one gnoll is actually there's a group of 3 of them, and they're all going to make a ranged attack at Jin.
Ooh.
And they all just go wide.
Oh.
One of them actually just like sinks into the green slime. Just doesn't do anything.
He consumes it.
Yeah, it like slowly sinks in, and then you can see him like chewing it a little bit, and then he spits it back out.
Ooh. I see now.
And then several of the other ones are going to walk up almost within melee range, and are just gonna sort of pace back in front of you. So there's 4 sort of surrounding you, 3 in front, 1 behind, and then there's 2 more sort of in the back that are
We're gonna
ranged.
You're gonna want the ones in the back to be taken care of.
Wait, how many is that? How many did I say?
You said 7.
Yeah. So
So
there's
3 in front. Oh, what did you say? It's like 4 in the front, 2 in the back.
Yeah, there's 3 melee ones directly in front of you, and then there's 2 ranged ones behind them.
All right. Where are the other 2 at then?
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so there's all.
Yeah, there was one behind, but he got taken to Pound Town,
Oh,
and
yeah.
oh yeah, there's one more melee behind you.
Okay. There he is.
Yep.
All right. So is it my turn or?
No, it's actually the slime's turn, but actually, I think the red one is going to sort of come back, and it's actually going to hop up onto one of the ranged one's legs and just start burning him for oh, that actually misses. So he starts just jumping around, playing like hot feet with him, and the ranged one is definitely distracted, just sort of like hopping around trying not to step on the very hot spots of ground now. But actually he's being distracted but has not been damaged. The blue one is going to go ahead and make a ranged attack at one of the other ranged ones, and that does hit. And let's see. Yeah, he actually knocks the bow out of his hand, and so he is unarmed now. I actually really have to use the bathroom.
Oh, you can go use the bathroom then. No problem.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Fine.
So I do have good news.
Do you think you can handle? You think you can handle the melee ones?
I can handle everything with a thunder wave.
Oh, okay, so we'll let you deal with the we'll deal with you can deal with the melee ones that are in front of us, and then we'll go me and Mufu will go behind and take out the ranged.
Well, the question is are they all within 15 feet?
I believe. Will the thunder wave do like a full circle area of effect?
No,
Or
it's
is it like-
cube.
It's a cube. Oh. Well, I feel like if you were to, you could probably get all of them within 15 feet, except you would hit me and Mufu as well, and all the slimes. I think that's what would happen.
Or I can go with the classic.
The
And go
classic.
Shadow Blade.
Oh, what is this? What does that do?
So I create it's a level 2 spell, it's an illusion spell. You weave together threads of shadow to create a sword of solidified gloom in your hand. Sword lasts until the spell ends. You it counts as a simple melee weapon with which you are proficient and deals 2d8 psychic damage in its finesse, light, and throw property.
Oh.
If we are in dim light or darkness, it has advantage on attack rolls.
Hmm. We sadly are not in dim light or darkness, but but that would still be pretty cool. I mean, okay, then that is all your opportunity here is to either kill all those people in front of you, or flex on everyone in the room. So that's up to you how you want to kill those guys. I just think me and Move we should go for the range behind us, so that way we can deal with those guys.
Sure. I'm also checking on that is one act. Never mind.
Alright, I'm back. I'm very sorry.
You're good.
Okay. The last thing that's going to happen is that the green one's going to slurp up behind you and splash down in front of you. And
Oh.
I need you and the 3 gnolls to make a dexterity saving throw as he splashes acid.
Oh Jesus.
They fail.
Oh Jesus.
Well, he's not very smart, so he's just kind of trying to do damage, but doesn't realize that you're also within
Yeah,
range.
I'm at 6.
Okay. Let's see. This much. Oh my gosh, that's a crit. Alright. You absolutely get splat. Wait, isn't your AC higher? Or whatever? No, wait. No, this
no,
is
it's no longer. It's only
this is
for the end
a
of the
saving
turn.
throw anyways, never mind. Yeah, you take 6 points of acid damage.
Shiza.
And it is now your turn.
Okay. So there's the archer with no hand, with no bow in his hand now, and then there's another archer right next to him.
Yep. Alright.
And is there
They're on like opposite ends, opposite sides of the
Okay.
walkway. And there's one that doesn't have a bow, and there's one that's being distracted by the red slime. So you basically
Okay.
have the 3 melee ones in front of you, and there's one behind.
And the one behind is kind of like in the same area as the bow users.
No, the bow users are in front of you.
Okay. So where's the one melee guy behind? Is he close to the other 3 or?
Yeah, he's behind Raxley.
Oh.
There was 2, but Gorsaif absolutely destroyed one of them.
Huh. Okay. So wait.
I
is,
mean,
like,
he was going to
Raxi,
destroy the other one too, but he wanted to give Raxley something to do.
Is Raxi like not next to us or?
No, I mean, he is. It's just that I would say that you're not in the same space, so you're directly in front of Mufu and Raxley, and so the Null is behind Raxley. So
Okay.
you couldn't hit him with melee unless you moved over to him, but there's 3 in front of you.
Okay. There's 3 in front of me.
Right. But
And
you have to
then
move
there's-
into melee range to hit them. They're like
Okay.
just outside of melee range.
And where are the archers?
They're 10 feet behind those.
Behind
guys.
the melee?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But both of the ranged are not ranged anymore.
I'm going to then
You had all this time to think.
well, I wasn't aware that this was like the setup.
Oh, the situation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I should have explained it better.
No, it's all right. I'm going to can I make a play here? I'm going to retreat around and go for Rax. I'm gonna go to Raxi's person behind them. Do I have enough movement speed to get to there?
Yeah, I mean, you can move through occupied spaces of friends,
Okay,
so that's not a problem.
so I'm gonna retreat behind and kill that one guy that's behind Raxi. Go for
Okay.
that.
So you're gonna
Go.
leave Mufu unprotected to the 3 melee ones in front of you.
I'll be fine.
Oh, don't worry. She's moving at the same time as me, so
That's true.
she would be following. I'd imagine whatever she wants to do. I'm sure we got because we got the plan now. Yeah. So I'll go behind and use my short sword to attack him.
All right, roll it.
All right. Please don't. Oh, God. 9.
Nope. He raises up his buckler and defends it off easily.
All right. Then I'm gonna.
But actually, as he does that, the purple one imbues your sword a little bit, and it actually like rips the shield off of him as it clangs off, and he's like, "What the what?" Huh?
Hey.
And he like
That
looks
lowered his
looks to
AC.
you,
What?
looks at the shield a few feet away, looks to you, looks at the shield, looks at you.
Oh. Hey, say Levy.
The purple one like magnetized your sword for just like a second.
Oh, I see. That's how that happened. All right. I'm gonna look over at Raxi. I'm gonna go. You know what to do. I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
All right, now it's Mufu's
I
turn.
don't need Bardic.
I know, but still, I'm gonna give it to you.
I wanna cast Entangle on the guys in front of us.
Nice. What does Entangle do?
It grabs the boys.
All right.
Grabbing the boys.
Grasping
Gotta
vines
get
and
this
weeds.
some boys.
And a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. Turns the ground into difficult terrain. Creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. All right. Let's see, what do these guys got for strength? Oh, does a 21 save?
Yeah.
All right, they are not restrained, but they're getting poked and they're like trying to move through it. And I will say that this did make them lose their pack tactic of patient defense, so they are no longer moving in a coordinated event that if Jin had walked forward to attack any one of the 3, all 3 of them would have gotten an opportunity attack on him.
Ooh, that would have been bad.
Mm-hmm. How long does it last? Up to a minute, which is a round?
I think
No, it's 10 rounds.
10 rounds. Okay.
10 rounds.
All right,
because
yeah.
a minute-
You got these these three boys all vined up. Anything else you want to do in your turn, Mufu?
No.
Okay. Actually, I should roll a saving throw for the green one, the green slime. Ooh, actually, yeah, he does not like that. He is absolutely stuck.
Oh no. I'm
But
sorry.
he like starts to morph through it a little bit. So he
did
like
it.
got caught, but he's struggling. Let's see. Make a strength check for. Nope, he's still caught by the vines. He can't move right now.
Rexine laughs maniacally in the background.
Oh, actually, I should be rolling with advantage. Okay, yeah, he morphs
Yeah,
through the
because-
stuff. He's fine.
Exactly. The green slime doesn't care about those.
She need it.
I think at this point, Gorsaif whips his tail around and stabs the one Null in front of Jin right in the back of his heel, and he just absolutely careens over and falls flat on his back.
Nice. Nice.
It is now Raxley's turn, unless Mufu wanted. Was that a spell, Mufu? Can you cast that
Yeah,
as an action, or is that's your only action?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yep. Yeah, Mufu throws down this bottle, and the chemical compound starts to come out and mix with the plants in the ground as the vines whip up and around all these knolls.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice, Mufu-chan.
Raxley's turn.
Oh, it's double
How
check.
many of these are within 15 feet?
What did you say?
How many of these are within 15 feet?
All of them.
Great, Thunderwave.
Okay. But you're gonna
Make me
not hurt your
concentrate.
allies this time?
Yeah.
Alright.
because
What's the
he
saving throw on that?
Huh? Saving throw?
Yeah.
I want to say con.
Or is it a spell attack?
No, it's a con.
Constitution save?
Yeah.
Alright. Does a nat 19 save?
Yes, it does, but they take half damage.
Alright.
And yes, one. They take 6 thunder damage.
Okay.
Oh my.
Because unfortunately, it would have dealt way more at full.
Oh, and because they saved, they're not pushed.
No, they're not.
You know what? I'm gonna make a strength saving throw because they're standing on their. Yeah. Okay, they're fine. Yeah. It is now the Null's turn, and what they're going to try and do is maneuver out of these vines, towards Jin and the rest of the group. But there's a problem because there's a green slime in the way, which means that he's gonna get an attack of opportunity. That's a nat 20.
Oh.
I love her.
And what he's going to do is he's going to take the first one that tries to come up and absolutely engulf him, and then just spit him back into the vines. He's going to crunch him up for a bit, and then he's going to spit him back up. And that's, my goodness. Alright, I've never actually done this attack before, the engulfing attack. Let's see.
Is he big enough to engulf them?
Partly. That's 3, 4, 1. Yeah, that one Null looks absolutely horrible, but the other ones are like, man, he tripped, and they're gonna keep moving forward. So he gets another attack. That one does miss. That's another nat 20. My god. Oh, actually, the damage is doubled because it's a crit, doesn't it?
Yes, correct.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so he pulls in two gnolls, just like, you see these two gnolls start to wade through this just like mass of vines that are absolutely moving brambles that are poking them and ripping at their fur. And then you see just like one of them get sucked in. You just hear this terrible crunching sound, and then you just hear whining as it gets pushed back further into the brambles. And then the other one does manage to pass through while this is happening and break out of the vines towards your group. And the other one gets also sucked down into the depths of these vines, and you hear crying, and then you don't hear any sound as it just gets lost in the sound. And that's its movement, and it's going to go ahead and take an attack on Mufu. And it absolutely whiffs. It's just like, and it's gonna take its it's like a very dirty, just like Morningstar mace sort of thing, and it's gonna try and swing it, and it just absolutely whiffs and just slams it right into the pavement down in front of you. Now for the two ranged ones, the one is going to pick up its weapon again, and then take a shot at well, let's say Raxley. That's a nat 1. It loaded the arrow in backwards, or it picked up the bow and picked up the bow backwards and just like absolutely shot itself. It didn't shoot itself, but it like snapped and like it wasn't holding it correctly, and it hit itself for that's just 1 damage. It snapped its finger and it was like, ow. The other one that's being distracted by the red slime is going to attempt to kick it, which hits, but then it makes the one gnoll take 2d6 fire damage. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it kicks the red slime, and then it just instantly bursts into flames as it's just covered in this dirty, matted, dry fur, and it just like it throws its bow and just starts running. And then it's the top of the order, which is the slimes, which I think the red slime is gonna shoot fireball.
These slimes are overpowered.
Firebolt. I mean, have you played Genshin Impact?
That's true.
It's just all of these elements. Yep, that hits. And then, yep, just that one gnoll that got started firing, started on fire, just gets immediately, the rest of them, the last 2/3 get just blasted and engulfed in fire, and he just falls to the ground writhing as he slowly crisps and burns. And it smells pretty horrible. These things don't clean themselves. And then the blue one is going to jump on top of the green one and start to snap away at the vines. But now it is Jin's turn.
Okay. Let's think here. So the guy that I was attacking got sucked up and just killed by Gorside? Yeah?
He is prone in front of you. He's on his back, flat on his back.
And how are the other 3 doing over there?
Well, one of them got absolutely mulched, and the other one is dead. There's still one that's directly in front of Mufu that whiffed its attack, but there's one unarmed ranged one at about 8 feet. There's one right next to Mufu, and there's one nearly dead one still in the brambles, and then there's the one that's prone in front of you.
Huh.
Do you want to move away from the obvious choice again to protect Mufu? Gorsaif could have eaten him, but he wanted to give you a chance.
Yeah, I think I will.
I just really want Raxley to use his scythe. He hasn't used his scythe this entire time. Not even once.
No, I have used it to try to hit someone.
I'm gonna go over there and attack the one that's near Mufu.
Alright, yep. Unless Mufu chooses not to let you move through her occupied space, which she can
Oh,
choose
it's
to
fine.
do, but that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead and make an attack on him.
Let's see what we can do here. Nice.
Yep.
21.
Yep, that hits. 21.
21.
What are you using? Your falchion or whatever?
Yeah, I'm
This
using
is
my.
your food. My food's right behind them, probably.
Okay. So, nice. 1d6 plus 4 plus 2 because I'm dueling.
Well, no, he just can push it.
I am doing a good whopping 10. Oh, that's right. So I'm doing right now a good whopping 10 damage. I'm going to also do another blade flourish.
Okay.
Spend the inspiration token here, and I'm gonna do a mobile flourish.
Okay.
So that should what it does. I'm gonna look at everything because I haven't used these flourishes before. So it does 6 additional damage.
Okay.
So 16 damage. You can push a target up to 5 feet plus the number you rolled. So I can push him. I can kick him 10 feet.
All
I
right.
kick him like 10 feet away from Mufu.
All right.
Use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to unoccupied space within 5 feet. Target.
So here's what happens. Jin looks down at the one that he tried to hit, missed. Gorsight took him out for him. He's like, all right, screw this. Spins, kicks, and flips and twirls his swords and absolutely just comes down like an X across the other knoll and just swirls and flips and just slicing at him. You can see like blood spouting out from the fur, and then you give him a swift kick back into the brambles, and the green slime is going to reach up and grab him, and it just absolutely bounces off of him. Because it was 10 feet, it just pushes him all the way back, and he's like at the far end of the brambles, and he's going to have to climb through the brambles again just to get back to you.
Sucker. You okay, Mufu?
I'm fine.
Awesome.
He like bounced off of the brambles a bit though, so I'm gonna say that he takes 3 more points. He's looking pretty bloodied. He's like struggling to stand up at this point. He's like wondering if it's worth it. It is now Mufu's
Just
turn.
die.
Just die.
I don't know what to do.
Probably aim for those archers because they are a little bit far away from us.
I can try and do that.
Be a good idea. Counter arch.
Yeah, one of them dropped its bow again because it snapped itself.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot them.
Okay.
Wow, for the hit.
What'd you get?
12?
That does not hit.
Fuck.
He like bends down to get his bow again, and it just goes right over the top of him.
And then. Oof. Well, that's it.
Right. It's Rexy's turn.
Alright. Good try.
Okay, it's my turn. How many are left?
There's one prone on the floor just next to you. There's one 13 feet away from you on the other side of the brambles that Jin just hit that's looking very bloodied. There's one in the brambles who you're pretty sure is not even worth your time. It's going to die anyways. And then there's... Yeah, that's it.
I will take a swing with my staff, my scythe, please. At the one in front of me. Ready, 1.
Alright, go ahead and roll with advantage because it's prone.
Advantage. Does a 19 hit him?
It does.
Or 8 slashing damage.
Yep. You bring down your weapon, doing several strikes, just slashing it right across the chest, and it's like whimpering there, not able to move because Gorsive has its like claw placed against its head, just like don't move. And it's just sort of taking this punishment. Then it's the Knoll's turn, and that one Knoll is not going to move, but the other ranged one is going to attempt to pick up its bow again and to take a shot at Jin, and it just absolutely whiffs. Again.
This guy's having a bad day.
And then, oh yeah. There's the one that's in the brambles. It's going to attempt to stand up, which it does so. And then it's going to attempt to break through. Oh, I guess it doesn't need to attempt to break through. It already saved previously. It's going to stand up. It's going to look around. And then it's going to get sucked back in by the green one. And it gets munched up. And, yep.
There he goes.
I think at this point, that one that's badly damaged, what is he going to do? I think what he's going to do is he's going to run as far away as possible, and then he's going to reach into the back and pull out something, and he's going to blow into like a very tiny little trumpet, just like...
Oh.
Yeah, good job.
And then he throws it down and wheels back.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well,
That's definitely not good.
And then 11 more gnolls appear out of the woodwork.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 11 of them.
I'm going to die.
There is a lot of gnolls in this area. We need to like push back. Actually, wait.
I mean, you're in a pretty defensive position right now. You're pretty surrounded by cover of like fallen walls and stuff and whatnot, and they're having to come up to you to get melee attacks on you, which you have cordoned off due to brambles at this point in time.
Oh.
Yep.
We're fine.
And it's at the top of the order again, and the red one is going to shoot another firebolt at another one. That actually misses. I like to imagine that it misses one and then hits another one, and then it's just like, yeah, one of them is singed and running around and just like absolutely throwing off their formation. The green one's going to stay in the brambles. It's like, this is a pretty good spot actually. But the blue one is going to go ahead and jump from spot to spot and try and get up onto a higher position, and it's going to shoot another disarming strike at one of those ranged ones, and it does so.
Stop picking it up. Put it back down.
It is now Jin's turn.
Okay. Is there anyone within melee range?
Nope. They're
No.
all outside 10 feet.
They're all outside 10 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
They're like
Then
very far away, like just starting to come out. You can tell that there were ones nearby, and these ones are coming from much farther away.
We don't have a lot of... These could be all the gnolls in the area, but we still don't know that. More gnolls could show up. This is bad.
I mean, seems like it hasn't been too difficult.
Yeah, but I don't want to get overrun by gnolls if it's gonna get this bad. We'll try. We'll try it. I'm sure. Rexy's got something up his sleeve. I'm sure of it. But we 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 only have so much we can throw at these guys. I'm going to I'm going to use I'm gonna try to use an Eldritch Blast again on one of them.
All right. You going for a ranged one or just a melee one?
A ranged one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, because I can't really melee them, so I want to keep them out of range. That one.
I'll say. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to summon this thing again, and you're not sure where it's coming from, and it's hard to manifest. So yeah, it just sort of fizzles, pops, and dies. And you actually feel the purple slime in your hood sort of like quake in fear as you try to use this dark energy. Doesn't like it.
I'm sorry, little one. This is no good. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just hold my defensive line.
All right. You want to move to the other side of the party since you've got the slimes and the slimes and the brambles on one side. You want to move to the other side.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Let's say that there's 6 on the bramble side. Actually, yeah, there's 6 on either side because one of the ones is still there previously.
Can I put my falchion away and pull out my longsword? Is that
Yeah,
all right?
sure.
All right.
You can do that.
Hoorah.
I believe you can, like, sheath or whatever as a bonus action or whatever. Plus, you're just moving, so. Yeah.
All right,
It is now Mufu's turn.
I wanna use Thunderclap.
Okay.
Huh?
What does that do? Thunderclap?
Yep. It's a cantrip.
Where did you learn this?
It's a cantrip.
It's literally the cantrip version of Thunderwave.
Nice. It can be heard up to 100 feet away. Oh, wait, what's the range? Oh, it's 5 feet. Yeah, that's not going to reach any of them. But you can go ahead and do that.
Then never mind.
You can still do it to look cool.
Yeah, Mufu claps her hands and everyone in the party is just like, whoa.
Whoa.
Jin did something really cool, so Mufu just wanted to applaud him.
Let everyone in here.
Just like, boom, 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 boom. And you're like, Mufu, please stop!
Way too loud.
But it's a cantrip, so she didn't use it up anything, so she could still do her
It's
turn.
my epic anime battle playlist that I'm playing right now.
God.
I have the power in God and anime on my side.
I like to play battle music, so I decided to do.
Alright, what's Mufu doing?
I'm gonna shoot at them, I guess.
Alright. Let's say that there's like 4 ranged ones, like each in like the farthest corners or whatever. But yeah, you can definitely hit one.
Yeah, that's 20.
Okay, yeah, that's double the damage. Where are you hitting him? In the head, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Alright.
17.
Yeah, it hits him right in the eye. Is that double, or does that get doubled?
It's double.
Okay, yep. That hits him right in the eye, and you hear this sickening as it just hits him right in the old dome, and he just drops his weapon and screams, and he just like stumbles away and just like falls to the ground, just like cradling his head.
Ooh.
He is down and out for the count. It is now Raxley's turn.
Okay, what is there to shoot? Right.
There are 2 sets of 4 melee and 2 ranged. Now there's One of the ranged ones is down and out for the count. But there's two groups of these enemies. One on the path in front of you, one behind you. And actually, as you turn around to check on the one behind you, you see Gorsai flip his tail and plant his feet, and then he just opens his mouth and starts spewing ghostly flame against all the incoming attackers. Let's see.
You know what's funny? I was just thinking about using burning hands.
Using what?
Burning
Burning
hands.
hands.
Oh,
which
nice.
is a similar version of that.
Let's
So how many
see.
of them can I hit in a 15-foot cone in front of me?
I'm sorry, I
Are they
couldn't hear you.
How many of them can I hit? How many of the melee attackers can I hit within a 15-foot cone?
All of them. I mean,
Good.
one half of them, because there's two groups. There's one behind you that Gorsaif is getting, and then there's one in front of you.
Yeah, I wanted to deal with the one in front of me.
All right, that's fine. I'm assuming that you guys are like right next to each other, so you're sort of shuffling around so that you're not hitting each other, but you will be hitting the green slime that's still in the brambles.
Dang it. Well, they
That's
need
fine.
to make a dex saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw? That is not their strong suit.
Green slimes.
Yeah, they fail. That's a 4 minus. Oh, it's actually +1, so 5. So what
So
happens?
that is, they take 16 fire damage.
Oh my gosh. What spell is this?
Burning Hands. It deals 3d6 damage plus my 6 from my soul sight.
All right. You hold up your hands, your thumbs touching your fingers. Right. Your thumbs touching your fingers spread. Okay, so he makes like this W shape with his hands, and then a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips in this cone that just spreads across the brambles. And I think the brambles are also going to take this damage. And it just absolutely reefs the entire group in front of you, and they are all burning, and they take a lot of damage. But are they weak to fire? Let's see.
If they're weak to fire, they're screwed.
You know what? They're burning. They're on fire. So on their turn, they're gonna take double damage because they're on their flame. So they didn't take double damage this time, but because they're covered in burnable fur, I'll say that they'll take extra damage from that. They are all they have thrown their weapons. They're absolutely all screaming and writhing on the ground in front of you right now. You have absolutely taken out the ones in front of you as Gorsaif takes out the ones behind you. That's a crit fail on them. And
Oh
they take
God.
oh my goodness. Okay, that's not that much. They also take fire damage, but they're not engulfed in natural flames. They are engulfed in ghostly flames, which burns their soul and not their physical bodies. So they take it as psychic damage instead.
Why not necrotic?
You know what? Sure. All right, yeah, they're all pretty suffering on this side as well.
I am now regretting my decision to say anything about us being in a bad position.
Yep.
Well, in my
So
dream,
all the groups on either side of you are just absolutely writhing on the ground in pain.
This is why everyone is worshipping you, and I now completely understand.
It's all in the cold.
Where is Floof in all of this, by the way?
That's a good question.
if you guys are really good, I might get these soul blades.
Bone
Think about
dog,
how to produce
bone
something.
dog, getting a bone dog.
No! But I wanted a filth and a bone dog.
A lofty goal in life is the only fortune worth finding.
We don't know where Flip is.
Let me show you.
Bone dog.
I'm gonna cry if that happens.
I assume Floof is just sort of running around your ankles right now.
Yeah. That's dangerous. I should have hurt him.
Bark, bark.
I think the green slime is sort of gonna make its way towards you guys out of the burning brambles, and it's still sort of on fire, but the blue one jumps on top of him and starts putting him out a bit.
He just doesn't care.
The red one is like jumping around from like burning null to null, thoroughly enjoying this. So thank you, Raxley, for that.
Being happy.
It's nothing but perfect.
Yep.
It all worked out at the end.
I think at this point you guys are out of initiative. Well, I'll say this: you're still in initiative. You're still in combat, but you have free roam to movement as the gnolls are not moving coordinated. And they're still alive, but just not really doing anything.
Oh darn. I shall go around and then start executing them then.
Yep. You just start swinging your scythe willy-nilly, harvesting souls here and there.
That is a sight.
Gorfscythe sits down, or he sits up. I really like this image of just this bone dragon, just like every so often he's like skulking around and then he just sits up like a dog. Just like, I'm done for now. You guys can have fun. I'll let you guys have a turn.
I sent a very cute photo of him.
Yep.
Because I couldn't find another photo.
Yep, you easily harvest up all those souls. I think you've, let's see, it was 11 plus 7 plus 7 before, but he already got, so that's 14, 30, yeah, I'd say you're about like 36 souls plus now, 36 null souls.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
impressive.
36 null souls alone?
Yep, that's how many nulls you've just fought.
What is 36 plus 19?
36 plus 19,
Yeah, that's what I've been carrying around.
that's 55.
Okay, so that's gonna be, I got a plus 13 to spell damage right now.
Nice. Oh, that's just a passive thing? You don't have to use it as... You don't have to use up souls to get spell damage?
No, that's always been a passive thing.
That's awesome. He only grows stronger.
This is a terrifying man.
He's so cool.
There's like
Pretty cool, yeah.
one of them still writhing and like Gorsive spits an Eldritch Blast at it and it dies.
That is absolutely terrifying.
Now, shall we get going?
I suppose so. Yes.
And he just sort of marches through you and you have to like step back as he's walking.
Glad to see you two are very tired from this fight.
Good job.
To raise them or not?
You see the red one is like still rushing around, just like enjoying. He's actually gotten a bit bigger from all this fire.
Oh, good for him.
He's growing up.
They grow up so fast.
Now, Jin, do you think we need some backup?
No. No, I don't.
Do we need backup? You see, like, the red one, like, jump up and just shoot a huge fireball that absolutely decimates a tree, knocking it over. No, I think we're good.
I think we're all right.
Well, we have that army town was asking for.
There's that. Yes, but it seems like we're taking care of these gnolls like nobody's business.
Nope.
We can wait.
So you've pretty much cleared out the gnolls on, like, this half of the ruins. You haven't made your way in towards, like, the central living conditions, but you're pretty sure that there's not that many gnolls around here anymore.
Yeah, definitely not.
So, you guys are making your way in more, or are you done for now? You looking for that route?
How long was that
Mandrake
fight?
route?
Yeah, we're looking for Mandrake route.
I'll say that took only not even half an hour. It was just
Alright.
like a few minutes. I mean, it went over pretty quick. Actually, technically speaking, that only was, let's see, 6 rounds. So that was like 6 minutes.
I'll say we...
Let's say 10 minutes, just to make it easy. You walked in, met some gnolls, and threw hands, and now they're dead.
Now they're dead. Yeah, I guess we'll just, we'll keep going then.
Okay. Are you guys just walking through the ruins? What you doing?
I suppose we're walking through the ruins just looking around for it, yeah?
Alright. You want to investigate just the general area?
That
Or
would be nice.
here's what it is. When you use a perception check, you're trying to see if you, well, can see anything that isn't necessarily apparent. If you're using an investigation check, you're looking into further detail of what you can see, such as you probably see foliage around, but if you want to investigate the foliage for any sort of mandrakes or whatever, you could do that. Or you can roll for nature and see if you can figure out where mandrakes would probably be. I don't know.
I suppose
Are you
we
just
should
glancing
probably-
around, or are you actually going in to dig through the stuff?
I'd say we're going in to dig through, because it is kind of important for us to get that.
Alright. Where are you looking? Are you looking in a tree, or are you looking in a bush? What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Mufu where we should look.
Yeah, go ahead and roll nature. This isn't a history check, this is to see if she understands
21.
plants. Yeah. You know that mandrakes sort of grow, not necessarily underground, but in dark, damp areas. So out here, up on the surface, probably not the best place to look. Definitely not in the direct sun. Possibly under a blanket of tree cover or something, perhaps. But not really anything out here yet. You'd probably have to venture in deeper, possibly not necessarily underground, but look for any sort of crumbled areas that would have dark, dank moisture, that sort of thing. From what you understand, it grows in similar places as mushrooms and whatnot. Out here, it just seems to be sort of dry dirt, trees, some moss and vines, but no like ferns or anything like that.
Well, alright then. Then we'll, I guess we'll go to more undergroundish areas then?
Yep, you can make a perception check to see if you can figure out any sort of area that would meet that sort of description.
Raxi, can you help me with this?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you rolling Or
Are you rolling individually, or is someone giving you advantage?
I mean, I've got a +6 to perception if you want me to do it.
yeah, you should probably do it.
So, helping each other, so at advantage.
So you roll at advantage.
Well, Jin already rolled to look around, so what did you get?
Oh, I got like I got 15.
Okay.
I got 22.
Alright, is that with advantage or no? Because Mufu would have to give you advantage or something.
Oh wait, no, that's with advantage, but...
Alright, what was the first roll?
10.
Alright. I'll say that Gorsaif gives you advantage. How about that? Alright, yeah, that's definitely good enough. You know that if you venture off in this certain direction... I'm pointing, which isn't helpful. Venture off in a specific direction, you will get to... Yeah. Which is in deeper, but also sort of off the beaten path, more in towards the ruined areas. And everyone go ahead and roll... Actually, I'll just take those perception checks already and say that you don't run into any more gnolls or see any more gnolls around. Which is interesting. Because it seems as though they had planned an ambush and then had sort of spread out, but when they all came in, you expected a lot more gnolls than what you saw when you previously came through here.
This is true.
But as you make your way through, you come towards sort of nearish to where the main hub of the Null activity, where they seem to bed up and make living. Near there, you do manage to find what seems to be probably not necessarily farming ground, but sort of where you can find that there are sort of plants possibly planted and tended to here. Go ahead and roll investigation. See if you can find some mandrake.
I got a 23.
Yep, you find some mandrake. Easy enough.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Rexy, your eyes are so good that I think they're really cool.
Oh yeah, I like to imagine that when
Seriously, do you have a secret third eye? I need to know.
when Raxley burnt everyone, he put the glasses back on and just turned back to you, and you hear yeah, like the Miami intro or whatever it is.
Well, Raxy, do you have a third eye? Seriously, I need to know.
No.
Can I insight check that?
Be my guest.
Technically speaking, you're supposed to ask me if you believe him, and then I'll tell you to make an insight check, instead of just saying insight check him. But sure.
Okay. 16 plus 2 is 18.
You
You
feel
really want to
Gorsaif
play
brush
this?
past your legs. Sorry, what did you?
I don't have a third eye.
Yeah. Raxley doesn't seem to be lying to you.
Okay.
You're pretty good at reading people, and he's not lying to you. And then you realize that Gorsaif's tail is brushing against your leg, and realize that he doesn't just have a third, he has another fourth eye. Two more sets of eyes, basically.
Eye hoarders.
If I really wanted to, I could have 100 and something more eyes right now.
That's pretty sick, actually.
That's sorry. I could raise an army of the dead.
Oh, right. That's the thing. Don't do that.
I mean, you could help wall for the town much faster.
I like to
Well,
imagine that
my purple
Mufu's
thing.
playing with the green one while you guys are discussing, and it's like, it's got like a null head in it, and it's like making it talk like a puppet.
I love that.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you guys go ahead and get some mandrake root. Just pluck it right out of the ground.
Yeah.
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 Boy, howdy, do I love having habits.
Having what?
Having habits. I do things.
Shall we head back to town then?
Yeah. We need to get off that information about Eggman destroying the water hole, and some gnolls have died here. You have a soul counter, right? How many gnolls did you get?
36?
Jesus fuck. Jesus fuck. Yeah.
And I will raise those null bodies to help build the wall and protect the town.
Are you okay?
Why don't
I mean, I don't know. Is that gonna be like good with the public opinion? Like, are we gonna look like horrible people? Like, I don't.
I'm protecting the town and helping them build the walls.
I know, but it's dead nobodies. I don't think anyone wants to raise their grandma back from the dead to like fucking build a wall here, and I'm sure they don't want undead gnolls in their town.
What am I at church on?
You okay? I don't know.
What
Maybe
was my
am I
church
crazy?
name?
I feel like I'm the crazy one.
Yeah, yeah.
That hurts, Mufu. That hurts.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start walking it back.
Does anyone have an AC bigger than 17?
Not currently.
No.
Alright, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage then.
Fuck.
What? Can you roll a nat 20 first and then roll a 1 next? Alright, that's fine.
I got a nat 1.
I got a 13.
Wait, did Jin get a
I
nat
have,
20 and then a nat 1?
No, I was asking my dice to do that just because it would be really funny.
Okay. What did you get?
I got a 5 and a 6, so a 9.
Alright. As Jin and Raxley are arguing, Mufu just gets snatched up immediately up into the air, and you guys look around as these vines are wrapping around you as you're having this discussion, and then you are pulled back away from each other, and you're all slammed into the wall.
Oh.
And you actually see Gorsive just sitting there completely unhindered, and he's like, alright, let's see you guys get out of this one.
Fuck you, man. We are nice. Like, come on. A little bit more respect would be nice.
And the vines are like trying to wrap around the slime, but they're just like either too rotund or just like too slippery, and it's just not working on them. Except for the green one, who's just sitting there letting the vines wrap around it, not caring. But every single time they constrict, they just go through it. So it's just like not doing anything.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you are all restrained to individual walls of this
is
sort of
probably
cave.
not good. This is probably not good. Gotta get out of this situation. How the fuck do I do that? Can I try to break out of it?
Hold on, I need to roll damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need each of you to make you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you're slammed into the wall.
Do I have defenses against it because of the book?
What book?
You know, the book.
What book?
The book I've been slapped with many times.
No. This is Vines, not a book.
I didn't get resistances to bludgeoning damage because of how many times she slapped me with the book.
Only from other books.
Didn't do it that much.
Oh, only from other books. That's lame.
Yep. You each take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are constricted against the wall. You can attempt a strength saving throw. Or, yeah.
This is not good. This is not good. Gonna try to break out of it. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna try to break out of it. Here I go. Do, 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 do. That's not that bad, actually. A strength saving throw?
I think it's just a strength check. I don't know.
Okay. I realized that, but it just, like, it doesn't matter. Okay, so 15.
Yep,
I got
that's
6.
enough. You got 6.
Fuck! Why are they... what the fuck?
Mufu, because she rolled a nat 1, is actually constrained to the ceiling,
What?
not a wall.
Oh.
Right.
Yep. But Jin manages to break out of it. You like start to wiggle and then toss and turn and throw your arms out and you start ripping it away from you. And you can actually like tear away the vines. They're just like, they're vines. They're not like clingy or anything. They're just like physical vines, but there's a lot of them and they were holding you, but you're free of it now. Raxley struggles and is unable to. Is Mufu trying to break out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Alright, make a strength check.
I need to get going. There's
21.
there's people that are calling me, so.
Alright, yep. Mufu manages to break out. I assume Jin catches her.
Yes.
Make a
Do
strength
I
check
do-
real quick.
Okay, because I have weak little arm, which means I can't hold up women. Yep, that's true. That's absolutely true. I rolled a 3.
Yep, you hold up your arms and she just falls right on top of you.
Fuck!
I won't make you take any damage, but you do sort of fall to the ground.
You okay?
You broke her
No.
fall enough that she didn't take any more damage, but yeah.
Are you sure? Are you alright?
I kinda.
Are you sure? Like, is everything, do you have any injuries? Can I inspect her for injuries? Or, like,
Make a medicine check.
okay. Because I actually don't know if her character is taking hit points or not.
Raxley's just sighing.
He'll figure it out. It's okay. Just give me a second. You know,
I think the red slime comes over and starts like singeing away the vines a little bit. You can go ahead and roll another check with advantage this time, Raxley. Yeah, Mufu's pretty beaten up, banged up. Doesn't seem like she's poisoned or anything, if that's what you're trying to figure out, but she's hurt.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
that's enough to determine that she's taken 12 points of bludgeoning damage the same way you did.
Then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her. Make her feel good.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at yeah, I'm gonna do it just a first level one. Okay.
Yeah, I got 14.
Okay.
That-
Heal, 7 points.
That's just enough to break out. It takes some help from the red slime, but you do manage to break yourself free, and you help Mufu to her feet and pull her out as you're healing her. And with your newfound root, how much did you heal her for?
I healed her for 7 hit points.
Yay!
Yay! I'm a good boyfriend. Anyway.
Wait, you're dating now?
No,
Are we?
no, we're not.
I didn't know about that.
No, that didn't happen last session. Yeah, last session I had a whole romantic moment with David as your character. It was pretty sick.
What?
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, and she saw you naked.
Oh, that's where the okay, it all makes sense. It all adds up.
So you're all heading your way out of the ruins now with your newfound Mandrake group. Yeah. You seem to have accomplished all of your tasks by thinning out some of the gnolls, finding some Mandrake root to help Allure, and curing the water poisoning system that Naikuna was having trouble with.
Dang.
And as you...
And
We did it.
well, Raxi mostly did.
Shush.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
As you make your way out
Yes,
of
dear.
the
Sorry. Sorry.
as you make your way out of the ruins back towards town, go ahead and make a survival check.
I cannot survive. Oh, maybe I can.
She died.
I got a 15.
All right, you're fine.
I got a
Well.
17.
All right, you're good. What did Mufu get?
12.
Yeah, you all managed to make it out without much of an issue. You don't really get lost, and manage to make your way back out of the ruins. And you can actually see the cart is much closer now. It's not quite upon you all yet, but you assume that even by walking you could probably beat it to town, but probably just barely or so. But as you look back towards town, you see that there are plumes of smoke coming up, and there are fires, and you can see a whole bunch of shifting mass of bodies of other gnolls, darker in color and larger in size than what you had experienced in your interact here, and you realize that this was all a diversion to get you all outside of the village so that the real attack could happen.
Damn it.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
Thank
And are
you.
you sure I shouldn't raise an army?
Can I raise the zombie army now?
Do it.
Now, Jin, huh? You and your morals thinking raising dead bodies from out of the ground is fucking bad? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I like how I
These
just
aren't even in the
described that the
ground.
entire town of innocent people is burning, and you said thank you. Anyways, a bunch of innocents are dying. Thank you.
Thank you.